Oh, looky here. Froggy is back. Oh, I need you to make a phone call, Froggy, in just a matter of minutes. I see no Fester. You know, I got no prep from Fester last night. He's not gone yet, right? Fester's supposed to be here today, correct?
I thought he was.
Oh, here he's walking in now. Okay, so Fester is... Dude.
That's quite a strut.
He's strutting. What are you doing?
You're early.
Well, I'm not early.
You're early.
It's 6 o'clock. It's past 6 o'clock. It is 6 o'clock and 25 seconds. Boop, Mark. I'm not early.
Yeah, you're
First
a little
of all,
early.
You're a little early.
I'm not. Okay, fine. Listen, we're talking at 6 o'clock. I might roll the show intro a little early, but we were talking at 6 o'clock. It is 6 o'clock. It is actually 6:01 in just a couple of moments. All right. So you strolling late.
Yes.
You got a little bit of a strut. I got no prep from you last night, so no email from you last night.
Okay.
Can you explain?
Last night was
What were you negotiating getting the Disney Charter Spectrum cable deal back in order? Was that why you were not available to do show prep last night?
I did that earlier in the day.
Yeah.
So by nighttime.
So you did what earlier in the day?
I negotiated.
You don't want to negotiate late at night.
Yeah,
Tired.
You know,
get
sometimes
over
people,
with.
drunk.
where was
or
my show prep email from you last night?
Last night.
I wish I could just do optional show prep around here.
Listen,
I wish
For real. Me, you know what? Me too. I wish I could just roll
Dude,
in here, make a couple jokes, and roll out.
You send me nothing.
What? No,
you send me.
You must be. It must be going to your junk email.
Let me go check my spam folder.
Oh yeah, there's 3 years worth of mine.
Look, there's 3 years of emails from Froggy.
Yeah,
no, there's not.
ideas.
There's zero there. There's absolutely.
I know that.
Hang on a bit. Wrong sound. There's absolutely bupkis there.
But it's true. You know, I wish I could.
You know, the double-edged sword of sending MJ prep is everything you have that's halfway decent is like, I already had that.
Well,
that's true.
And
That
everything
is
else
true.
you have is, that's
Like
crap.
Roxanne, I had everything that you sent me last night.
You know what?
I had
And guess what?
every bit of it.
I actually sent him light prep. I said, this is light prep.
You did. You sent me so no one did anything. I got to carry the whole damn show today. All right. So Froggy.
But I sent you a good thing.
What was that?
Well, go ahead. So Froggy, continue, Froggy.
All right. So Froggy.
Yes.
Your wife calls me I'm sorry. Your wife texts me last night and says that you're going to be ultra cranky today.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not happy. I haven't slept really at all.
Because
I don't know when I'm so over airplanes. I am officially retired from them. I'm not using them anymore.
Like airplanes in the night sky, like shooting stars.
I was having a conversation with the guy sitting next to me at the gate, and we were straight up saying, we feel like hostages. We're going to scream. Like I was about to scream.
At which airport was this?
This was in Atlanta.
Atlanta.
I felt so tense and so angry. I felt like I was going to snap at any
All
second.
right, hang on. Let's discuss what happened with Froggy. Welcome, folks. It is the MJ Morning Show. As most of you know, Froggy has a real job. Froggy runs the family shelving warehouse solutions and retail display. And
Yes, MJ is correct. We don't sell shelving. We really do sell
you
solutions.
sell solutions. There you go.
I'm not a salesman. I'm a problem solver.
And shower curtain rings as well.
Yeah. This is Paul McCartney's earring.
Froggy was out on Friday. Froggy was out yesterday because Froggy had to go to Indianapolis. Was this a trade show or what the hell was this?
It was a hardware trade show.
Okay, so
hardware owners come and talk to manufacturers.
Okay, so that's what Froggy was on Friday and yesterday, and he was flying back yesterday afternoon. And apparently, you flew from Indianapolis to Atlanta and then Atlanta to Tampa. Mm-hmm. Now, on the way out, you flew from Tampa nonstop to Indianapolis.
Oh, it was perfect.
So why the hell did you build in a connection? Why didn't you also grab the Southwest flight or any other airline that provides nonstop service from Indianapolis back to Tampa?
You know what? That's what I'm doing for now on.
Why did you build in an Atlanta connection? Now, listen,
because I booked it. Remember how late I booked? I remember I had the show like 4 days before it.
Right,
so
listen,
I got crappy tickets.
Most connections work, but if you can avoid a connection, that's just one additional thing that can go wrong. So Froggy's texting me, and Froggy doesn't text me much. Froggy's like, hey, could you he said, could you check your app thing and tell me what's wrong with my flight?
Well, because I was like, the Atlanta weather's beautiful. I'm like, Indianapolis, Tampa looks good. Everything. I was like, smooth sailing.
And I assume that something in the Northeast was affecting Froggy's flight because I sent the text back. Froggy, there's a lot of weather. You got a bunch of ground stops up in the Northeast. And like LaGuardia had a ground stop, JFK had a ground stop, I think Newark, Philly. There was just a bunch of bad weather yesterday afternoon and early evening up in the Northeast. And I sent that to Froggy, and guess what? Turns out that I guess I was right because Froggy's flight from Atlanta to Tampa last night or late yesterday afternoon, that flight was first flying from LaGuardia to Atlanta. So that flight, it was Southwest, right? So that Southwest flight out of LaGuardia to Atlanta, which then that was going to be Froggy's plane from Atlanta to Tampa, that plane got all ground stopped and the works got all gummed up. So that plane sat in New York at LaGuardia for a couple of hours. And I actually found that flight. I saw the plane just sitting around. Oh. And so Froggy apparently is aggravated here, as you can hear.
I would definitely feel better.
Now, Kim,
I'm not in an airport.
Okay, well, Kim, Froggy's wife, texts me that you're getting in very, very late and you're going to be ultra cranky. And I responded back to Kim, oh, so it looks like Froggy's going to get in about 11 o'clock. And let's see, it wasn't but, I don't know, a month ago that I got in at 1 a.m. and I was here to do the morning show. I was still here in the studio at 5:30 getting prepped up.
Right.
Yeah,
so you have the blood of a Wolverine, my friend. Everybody knows that.
Listen, MJ has the same commitment to his full-time job as Froggy and I do to ours.
Yes.
That's exactly what it comes down to.
Oh, this is just your part-time job.
This is just my... Listen, yesterday I had a 3-hour meeting with my accountant because I may or may not have filed my taxes since 2020.
What?
Yeah. I know.
Hold on, whoa, what?
Yeah.
You had a 3-hour meeting with your accountant?
Yes.
You nuts.
Well, hold on. What about your regular job? Did you show up at your regular job at General RV yesterday or what?
Yesterday was a day off because today's a travel day, and we are at the RV show the rest of the week.
Oh, that's right. So you're out. Now you're...
I hope. Do you have good connections? I hope you
I go through Atlanta.
Do you really? You have to go through Atlanta?
We're Delta to Atlanta.
Now you're flying to Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Harrisburg Airport.
You're flying up there because you got to go to the RV show. It's like the big, Northeast. Oh, you're going to Pennsylvania. You ought to go hunt for that fugitive.
I'm going to be looking for him.
Yeah. You ought to be looking for that Cavalcante fugitive. Now, you ought to sell him an RV for his escape.
Yeah, getaway RV.
Dude, if I thought I could get him financed, I would.
I'd say, he might have trouble getting a loan right now, that Cavalcante. By the way, there's big news on that. Now they think the guy is armed. And that a resident shot at him and missed. So, wait a minute. Did Cavalcante then disarm? Because now they're saying that Cavalcante has a rifle, that he's most likely armed. This dude is running circles. How can they not capture this guy?
He's so tiny.
All right, hold on. This is the guy that crab walked up that wall and escaped the prison after somebody did something similar just months earlier. Yeah, they really fixed that hole in the works, didn't they?
Yeah.
All right. We got a loaded show today. We're busy. Don't move. We're just getting started. MJ Morning Show on Q105. And Pat's got traffic.
Well,
with MJ and the Crew, 621, or rolling up on 621. So, Fester, you said something very interesting, which I didn't gloss over. I think I acknowledged it in the opening segment. So I want to get back into that in just a moment here. His first, I mean, what the hell?
4 plays. 4 snaps as Jets quarterback.
There was 11:40 remaining on the clock. 11 minutes, 40 seconds remaining on the clock in the first quarter of the game. Jets and Bills last night at the Meadowlands, or, MetLife Stadium. And so 11:40 left on the clock. That means it was, 3 minutes and 20 seconds into the game. 3 minutes and 20 seconds, and boom, they think he might have torn his Achilles. So I haven't seen confirmation of that yet, but that's the word, that they fear that he might have caused himself a season-ending injury 3 minutes into the game. 3 minutes and 20 seconds in.
First, they thought it was a calf issue. Then it's like, oh no, this is not good.
Oh, boy.
Just do some holistic drugs like he likes to do.
Yeah, good
Fix it.
point.
Well, hey, just rub some ivermectin on it.
Yeah. Just go see like one of those mountain guys and go take some ayahuasca with him.
He went on like a retreat in the California desert,
right.
like a sweat retreat or something, or a silent retreat.
Just guzzle 7 gallons of kombucha.
Ooh.
All right.
It'll be fine.
There you go.
He's scheduled to make $35 million this year.
Well, listen, you get injured, you still get paid.
You still get paid.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
That's the way to do it.
So we'll get into this later on. And then, of course, the whole Spectrum and Disney cable embargo, the blackout, that was solved. But, they're making a big deal that, the Disney and the Spectrum cable situation has been rectified. I like to say rectumfied before the game. But you didn't have to watch ESPN to watch the game. The game was carried on ABC because it was ESPN on ABC. So Michelle and I, we watched the game last night on ABC Action News Channel 28. That's where we saw the game. So it was on ABC Network Television last night. So I'm sure we'll get into Aaron Rodgers a little later on. So Fester.
Yes.
You made a claim that you took the day off from your RV sales job.
It was a scheduled day off.
It was?
I didn't call in sick.
Okay, all right.
Guys, I gotta go.
Oh, great.
Yeah. No,
So Fester is leaving this afternoon. Are you flying? How many of your coworkers at General RV, how many are hitting the plane today to fly up to Hershey, Pennsylvania for the big RV Sellathon this weekend in Hershey, Pennsylvania? One of the biggest RV shows of the year.
It's a lot.
How many of your team, are you guys all on the same plane?
I think there's 2 planes. A couple of guys leave a little earlier. A couple of guys leave a little later.
That's what airline are you flying?
I am on Delta.
Don't say die. You said die. Am I?
No, I said I am on Delta.
Sounded like you said die.
I'm on Delta.
Die. I'm on Delta.
All
right.
Well, I'm going to be on Delta.
All right. So you're flying up. What time do you leave today?
12:18.
Oh, wow. Okay. And do you need me to drive you to the airport?
That's nice of you to offer.
So I have a whole plan.
Right, because Fester takes me to the airport occasionally.
I'm driving the Cadillac to Damien, the mechanic.
Right.
And he's going to have it for 5 days.
Oh.
Do some tweaks.
Yeah. Oh,
Soup it up?
What needs to... No, I think probably just making just normal everyday items work. So what's wrong with your Cadillac that Damien over at Brothers Auto in South Tampa on MacDill, what does he have to do to the car?
I think it needs a complete brake job. I think both of the shocks in the front are gone.
Right.
I think there's a heating and cooling issue. I think there's an issue with the
Why don't you
water in the
just
brake
buy a
fluid.
new car, buy a new vehicle instead of dicking around with a 13-year-old Cadillac?
He just got it.
The back light bar on the trunk has a crack in it, so it doesn't light. So I got a new light bar in the back. I
great.
also bought a new Cadillac badge for the front. That's not quite as faded. Oh, it's brand new.
All right, so how much are you dumping into this thing? Is it going to cost you a couple of grand?
Oh, no. I cut out the middleman. I got straight to the mechanic. This is going to be done at Damien's backyard garage.
Oh, wait a minute. So now he's doing side hustles? What do the folks at Brothers Auto think about this?
I don't care.
Did you just go psh, psh, psh?
Everybody's entitled to a side hustle, I guess.
I don't care. I was like, I remember like 20 years ago, I was like, Damien, how much does this cost? He's like, it's going to be like $500. I go, how much does it cost in your backyard? He goes, like $175. I was like, all right, I'm going to be at your house in about 2 hours.
So you made a claim that, because I asked you, why did I get no show prep from you last night? Now, typically, Fester sends an email at night. Roxanne sends an email at night. Andrew, our producer, sends the most extensive email every night.
As he should.
With show prep.
Overachiever.
And, of course, I work nonstop getting the show ready for broadcast every day.
Literally 24 hours a day. He's sitting on the computer working.
Yeah, why don't you be a wise ass over there?
No, I'm telling them.
So, Fester, you made a claim that you spent 3 hours. If you missed this, folks, this was in the opening segment, and Fester kind of slid in that he spent 3 hours with his accountant yesterday because you might have not, filed taxes? What did you say?
I didn't file taxes. It turns out it was 2 years. It was 2 years. I filed
You
in
didn't file taxes for 2 years?
I didn't file in 2021 or 2022.
What? That was hold on. 2022 was just due April 15th of this year.
I filed the extension, so I had till October, right? So I still have a couple of weeks.
Well, you still have until October.
Yeah, so I mean.
But do you have money due to you, or do you owe the IRS money?
I'm on the button. I'm zero this year for zero money back, zero money paid.
All right,
I paid
because
all my taxes this
all right,
year.
so if you did owe money and you didn't pay, then you get assessed penalties and interest. See, a lot of people operate under the misnomer that if you file an extension, I've got an extension. If you file an extension, that's just an extension to actually file your return. If you have any money due to the IRS, that's got to be paid by April 15th, or else they start tacking on penalties and interest, which is dreaded. All right, so
I have a lot of taxes taken out because I have, income that I have to pay tax on.
All right, how do you not file taxes for this year you can still file, but did you file an extension?
Yes.
Okay, so
I talk to him every year.
Wait. So this past April, you did file an extension.
My guy filed it.
All right, so you're good. You've got until October 15th to file.
So I guess I'm 1 year in arrears.
So how the hell did you not file or pay taxes in 2021?
You know what? I sat back. I looked at the economic landscape. Old Joey B in D.C. is doing a fine enough job. He doesn't need my taxes. He's not.
Quit being a wise ass. Stop.
Joey B. Joey Biden.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, not Joey B, the former producer of the
I thought
MJ
of that
Morning Show.
yesterday while I'm driving. I'm like, how have I not called the president Joey B?
Joey
all this
B.
time?
Yeah.
So anyway, Joey B is doing fine.
Listen to me. So stop with your fun and games and your little cutesy wootsy. How do you not file taxes in 2021?
My accountant is very diligent, and I have canceled like 3 appointments. He's like, you know what? We need to get this done. You're about to miss the window. And I was like, I know. I was like, look, is the government going to shut down? He goes, well, probably not on your return.
But you could be in. So do you owe taxes for 2021? Are you going to have penalties, or do they owe you money?
In 2021, I got some money back.
So
very small amount of money back.
But you didn't get it yet because you didn't file.
But we e-filed.
How much money do they owe you for 2021?
Like $1,200. Like not a lot of money.
All right. So what does he say about? I'm never late. So what about you not filing? If you file now, is there a penalty for not filing a return for 2021?
So there's no penalty to file if they owe you money back, because essentially you made the government a zero interest loan.
Okay.
And if it's more than 3 years, which it hasn't been, you can't e-file. You have to do all the paperwork and send the paperwork in.
1040.
He just e-files it, and then I watch it get filed, sent, accepted, and then completed.
So you all fixed up now?
So, get this. What was my big purchase last year? What was my big technological, super advanced, high-tech, fanciest thing I own. Purchased.
Tesla.
You bought your wife that Tesla Model Y, as in why the hell did you buy her that vehicle?
I think I bought the Tesla in the 1 month that doesn't qualify for the tax credit.
You
Oh, no.
dummy. Really?
I think so. We're trying to get to the bottom of that.
What kind of an ass clown are you? How do you do that?
Because I think the credit expired, and I knew that. And then my boy Joey B in D.C. has this new tax plan, and EVs are back on the tax list. And I think it was retroactive 6 months, and I think I bought it like 7 months.
Oh, dude.
I know.
Hey, it's day late, dollar short fester.
I was like, hey, I think this is a $7,500 credit on that car.
Nothing new over here, folks.
So,
All right, so you think you're straight with the government now for the most part?
for the most part.
All right, 6:31 at the MJ Morning Show. Hey, we just did Morons of the News with Fester. I know, actually, real Morons of the News. Good stuff today. Ooh, yeah. Morons of the News, don't move. Next, MJ Morning Show, Q105. Thank God that's not me. So if you're a little down in the dumps, hey, this just makes you feel even, better about yourself. All right, no particular order here. Just a couple of interesting items. I think I mentioned this when we came back from the Labor Day weekend break. Law enforcement, there were a ton of DUI enforcement actions over Labor Day weekend. I think like Hillsborough County had like 40 DUI arrests, TPD. There's a bunch of local DUI arrests. And I kind of put together a little pile here of some additional DUIs. Now, these are not locals, but they could be. And we've always talked about, like, you can get a DUI on a riding mower. You can get a DUI on a bicycle. You know, people think, people have gotten DUIs, I think, on horseback before. You got to, yes, Fester.
77 is the total number for Hillsborough County over Labor Day weekend.
Right. So Operation Summer's End, 77 DUI arrests were made in Hillsborough County. That was Labor Day weekend, and that was, obviously last week. Now, the culmination was, the beginning of last week. But here are additional just DUI stories. This is from Rockford, Illinois. Drunken go-kart joyride leaves Rockford man with 14 charges.
Wow.
Go-kart. Rockford man, 14 charges. Went on a joyride. He was drunk off his ass. Ricardo Jimenez, 29, was arrested following a brief police chase. So, can you imagine you got full-size police cruisers, woo, 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 and they're just chasing a guy in a little go-kart going down the street? Oh, my God. Anyway, police initially observed him doing donuts on a nearby elementary school baseball diamond on his go-kart.
Is that illegal?
Well, he was on a Polaris Hammerhead. What the hell is that? Can you look up? Do you know what this is?
So a Polaris.
Polaris, I know, they make snow machines, and snowmobiles. Some people, what is it, in Alaska, they call them snow machines?
Yeah.
There's a part of the country where they don't call them snowmobiles, they're snow machines. So this guy's on a Polaris Hammerhead. What is that?
So it's like a cage roll bar
I see.
four-wheeler.
Oh, man, that looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, so
But
it's
when you're sober.
Yeah, it's a really nice go-kart.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of off-road capabilities.
Oh, man, I want to get one of these. It's got a roll cage and everything. I want to get that. I'm going to ride that to work.
This is
Is that
pretty
street
nice.
legal? All right. So, listen, the guy's effectively on a hopped-up go-kart, DUI. All right, this one is, listen, it's, you say it's funny. There's nothing funny about a DUI, but this guy was in a Power Wheels Jeep.
Dude, I got one of them for my son years ago. Those are fun, but they only go a mile an hour.
This guy is going 2 miles an hour.
Okay.
This is Indiana. A man was arrested for driving a toy car while intoxicated. But this proves my point. You can get pulled over for a DUI for anything. Indiana State Police Trooper was on patrol in Vincennes, whatever it is. It's
Not in Indiana.
in Indiana. Yeah, not in Indiana. So this guy's on patrol. He sees a man driving down the road in a Power Wheels Jeep with no lights or reflectors. The trooper pulls a guy over. 51-year-old John McKee, 51, and you are riding a kid's Power Wheels Jeep battery-operated toy car.
What's the weight limit on those?
That does, look, what is when you type in top speed of Power Wheels Jeep toy car, what is 3? Seriously, I think you can walk faster than that car.
Okay, so the max speed of Power Wheels is 5 miles an hour.
Well, that's if you get like a souped-up turbo one, right?
A few of them going 6.
Hold on a minute. The max, Fester found some kind of website. The max speed of most Power Wheels is 5 miles per hour, with only a few of them going 6 miles per hour. But if your child wants to go faster, the difference between 5 and 6 is quite small. Oh, this is just brilliant writing right
All
here.
right, so there's also a list of the top 5 fastest Power Wheels according to kidscars.tv.
What the hell?
And they have a breakdown of the fast ones.
Oh, man. So, folks, 51-year-old dude. Hey, what's this guy's name? John McKee. John, dude, this is no way to go through life,
No.
buddy. Getting pulled over, you're on a kid's toy car going 5 miles an hour, and you're pulled over for DUI. It gets better. So the officer noticed that McKee was impaired, gave him a field sobriety test. He failed. Then he was tested additionally at Good Samaritan Hospital, and they found out that he was under the influence of meth and marijuana. So the guy was all methed up as well. Oh, man. Anyway, he was arrested, took him to the county jail, operating a vehicle while intoxicated with a prior
Oh.
Yep, this dude had a prior as well.
Yeah, last time that was a big wheel, though.
Yeah, so, all right. I'm sorry. This is, as I move on here, this is just visually funny to me. Women got into a brawl in a bowling alley in Western Massachusetts, and they were throwing bowling balls at each other.
Wow, that's not easy.
No.
Inside. I wonder if those are like the kitty 8-pound balls. Excuse me, is this ball around, but do you have 8-pound balls?
And I guess do you have to throw them at one another underhanded?
Well, you could shot put them, like, kind of off the shoulder.
Man, this was absolute chaos. Listen to this. 10 to 15 people fighting. Everybody was bowling, fighting, not kung fu fighting. So 15 people fighting, chairs flying, bowling balls being thrown through the air. Absolute chaos. That's what cops said about a huge brawl that broke out in East Longmeadow, Massachusetts. Ended with multiple people being arrested. Police responded shortly after 10:20 p.m. last Friday night to a report of several people fighting inside the Shaker Bowl. Offers regular bowling and, they don't do candlepin bowling. Is that the same as duck pins? When I was a kid in Virginia Beach, Norfolk, there were a couple of like regular bowling alleys, but also like duck pins was kind of big there. The little, used like a skee ball size thing or maybe a little bigger. And you kind of just hurl the thing
That's
at these little pins.
bocce ball, right?
No, that's duck pins.
That's
I think
the stupidest game I've ever heard of.
Candle pins are similar to duck pins, but they're shaped a little differently.
Like, I think they're just tall and thin, right?
I think they're shaped like a candle.
Yeah,
they're also less offensive to ducks.
they got to light them on fire.
Yeah, you can light the top.
So
Yeah, the candle pins ought to be on fire. Yeah.
up until this very second, I never thought about what a bad place a bowling alley is to have a fight.
Oh man,
There's so many weapons.
the women were throwing bowling balls at each other.
Imagine if you caught a 12-pounder to the side of the head at close range.
What if
That's
you-
that's lights out.
What if you run down
And get the pins.
and grab pins?
Those
and
are
start-
weapons.
Oh man. I just remembered two things that I saw at bowling alleys. So I played, I was in a league, like when I was in like 3rd, 4th, 5th grade in Nanuet, New York, before we moved to Virginia Beach. I was in a bowling league like every Wednesday. And, what?
My father gave me the option of going to fat camp or bowling camp, and I took
Now,
bowling camp.
Listen to this. I remember that a ball got stuck. Like some kid with some lame ass throw, the ball got stuck midway through the gutter. And then some parent decided, I'll just take another ball and hurl it. And it just kind of like clackety balls. It didn't move. It just like got stuck. Two balls were not stuck.
The energy dissipates pretty quickly.
Listen to this. The parent decides to walk down the side of the alley, not on the actual wood of the alley, walk on the side. And I don't think what they walked on was supposed to support weight. They went right through. They cracked.
Oh, no.
They cracked the whole cover, and they went like 2 feet down, and they broke the whole side thing on the bowling alley, so that they're stuck in there, and they had to go down and like pull them out. And they cracked the whole freaking thing.
Oh man!
Yeah, whatever it was, maybe it was the actual lane. Maybe it was the gutter lane. I just remember because I was like probably 9, 10 years old, and I remember a parent's leg went straight through. It might have been the actual gutter then, but they went and they cracked the lane and they went into like 2 feet down and they ruined the lane. And then, do you know how slippery the actual wood is?
That's where I was going to say next because that is a hazard.
I remember this is when I was an adult, and I can't remember where I was, but those are hazardous. A little kid threw a ball, and the ball was thrown so weakly that the ball, it's like a lane next to us, and the ball just stopped midway on the wood. Just stopped on the actual lane. And a parent...
Wow, I've never even seen that.
A parent walks down and slips, and it was like a cartoon, and just fell right on their back and smacked their head. I mean, it was like they were walking on ice, like they were like the Atkins diet guy or something. So
ice is actually more stable than bowling lanes.
Than a greased up, waxed up bowling alley. Man, I'm telling you. All right. When we get back, I've got a hole-in-one story. You know those deals where you have tournaments, and if someone gets a hole-in-one, they win a car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, we got a problem.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's a Florida problem. We've got a Florida problem here, folks, so hold on. And also, do we really need Dog the Bounty Hunter getting involved in this? I'll explain. Come on. The dude's like a TV clown. I mean, real. Does anyone take Dog the Bounty Hunter seriously? I don't. All right, hold on. Yeah, he's encroaching as well. All that next. Don't move. We're back in minutes on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. It always reminded me of some kind of like an abduction story. You know, get into my car. It's like, you know, some jogger, female jogger on the side of the road. Get into my car. I mean, it's just
the most enthusiastic kidnapper. Hey, you!
Get into my car. I always just thought of abductions when I heard that song. All right, 7:04 at the MJ Morning Show. I apologize. I'm running like 3 minutes late here. What I get long in the morons in the news segment last segment? I think I did. Anyway, my apologies. So running just a couple of minutes late. If you have a stopwatch and you keep track of our content segments every morning. All right. So first of all, we do have an update. This is important. We have an update on that psycho student over at Countryside High School. Remember the kid that got all stabby? I mean, this psycho kid?
Freshman, right?
Yeah, and he's 14-year-old, 14 years old. So the big update is he's getting charged as an adult. All right, good for the ballsy prosecutors in Pinellas County. Good on them. So a couple of things here. So the 14-year-old kid, this Honor Akeem Walker. Yeah, no honor. His first name's Honor. Yeah, no honor there. 14-year-old kid charged with 2 counts of first-degree attempted murder because he stabbed 2 other students within what? Like the first, 2 weeks of school? It was August 31st.
Yeah, I mean, school went back like, the 10th or the 11th or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah.
And he stabbed 2 kids. Now, if you remember, when we first did this story, we had reported that there were like no previous disciplinary actions for this kid. But guess what? Some new things have come out. He had a manifesto. What the hell is it with these psycho kids and manifestos? So Unabomber manifesto and all these wackos out there. But wait a minute, it gets worse.
How long does it have to be to meet the manifesto qualification? Like how long?
It's got to be like all like scrawled on onion paper. I don't listen. I
thought it was like a big long deal.
All right, Fester, why don't you look up for Froggy's sake? Why don't you look up how long does a manifesto have to be?
It's like,
is there length or could it just be like this is who I'm mad at?
A couple
1,
of
2, 3.
sentences can't be a manifesto.
That doesn't make a manifesto.
No.
So Fester, why don't you just type into Google how long
manifesto need to be?
Oh, could you please
Google
put together an English language sentence?
Google figures it out. How to write a manifesto?
Oh no!
I want to write a manifesto.
A manifesto.
That's a more visual than it is written. And I'm all for creative writing, but
you can write it on his back if you can get through all the hair.
You could shave it.
All right. So here's what's fresh about this story. First of all, this 14-year-old psycho kid is being charged as an adult. Good on the Pinellas County prosecutors. He also, we're learning, idolized serial killers.
Oh.
And domestic terrorists. What a lovely kid. What a fabulous story here.
Well, I had Dale Murphy on my wall when I was a kid. He must have like Al Qaeda leaders on his wall.
What do you have?
Posters.
Yeah, posters of Al Qaeda
What is this?
Yeah, posters of Osama bin Laden.
No, well, domestic terrorists.
Well, I'm sorry. Yeah.
McVeigh or
Timothy,
the guy in Atlanta bombing guy.
Rudolph. Eric Rudolph. You're right. Timothy McVeigh, maybe Unabomber Ted Kaczynski.
Yeah, I had a Paul Abdul poster.
I got a Lawrence Taylor poster.
Oh my God!
So a manifesto, Froggy, is a written statement outlining your personal beliefs.
Yeah, we know what a manifesto is. Froggy
on.
just asked how long does something have to be considered a manifesto?
So, nothing. As long as you outline your personal beliefs, it becomes a manifesto.
I found a length.
Whatever.
All right, go ahead. What is?
I found a length.
What is it?
It's 5 pages long, but no more than 49 pages.
Where are you getting this? Manifesto.com?
What does it become at page 50?
Well, that's for the investigators to decide. Looks like we have a manifesto here. Not so fast. It's 15 pages.
Sarge, I found 3 extra pages.
All right, so update on this psycho Honor Akeem Walker who... and they're saying that he really didn't target anybody. They think the stabbings were random.
So there was no bullying, or because initial reports were that he was retaliating to somebody giving him a hard time.
Stabbed the student in the neck, stabbed the student in the chest and abdomen. They're saying random, and that Clearwater Police Chief Eric Gandy, remember during a presser, he said that the kid was homicidal and intended on killing people. So, all right, on to this golf situation. And I was fascinated by this. And listen, if you try to sneak one by, they're going to do everything possible not to give away a car. So, Fester, you don't have to go anywhere to get sound effects of golf clubs.
I want a golf swing. I was trying to mouth to
Fester's putting his headphone. Fester's doing.
You ever heard of writing it down?
Yeah, Fester's like doing like a golf swing, like a motion with his hands.
To Andrew.
And then he's about to put his headphones down, leave the studio to go tell Andrew, hey, get some golf swings. I don't need golf swings.
We do need golf swings.
Whatever.
Well,
you can just yell 4, okay?
4!
There you thank you. Just say cheeseburgers after that.
4 cheeseburger. What?
All right.
Cheeseburger. All right.
This is a Florida story here, and this is the story of Linda Chen, and she thought she had just won a new Mercedes. This woman thought that she had just won
a new car.
She's in a golf tournament. This is in the Orlando area.
Did Doug have anything to do with this golf tournament?
It's funny you say that. I'm texting him right now. Did you see this story? What do you think of this?
She's not getting anything. She got a hole in one.
How?
So she was on the specific hole, and there are many people listening that you've been in a golf tournament and there's a sponsored hole, or if you get a hole in one on this hole, you win the car. A lot of times at some of these golf tournaments, they'll have the car from a dealership on display. You know that those contests are insured. There's a company,
yes.
And there are multiple companies out there, but there's one called Hole in One. Ace Hole in One is a company that insures some of these contests for the prizes if you get a hole in one. Here's the problem. Linda Chen thought she'd won this brand new Mercedes-Benz after hitting the hole in one at a charity golf tournament, but she gets nothing. Nada. It's like Willy Wonka saying, you get nothing!
It was right here.
Nothing! She didn't disclose that she was a former golf pro.
Yeah, so she's not going to win it.
What does that matter?
Did you have to disclose that?
It says that in the rules.
In the rules, yeah. Yeah, so listen to this. But Chen is now suing.
So this is a local company, MJ.
Yeah. So I believe they're here in the Tampa Bay area,
Yeah.
this Ace Hole in One. The tournament happened over in Orlando. So Chen is suing several groups involved in the organizing, the advertising, the sponsorship. She's claiming breach of contract, but the defendants say that Chen was a former professional golfer and was not eligible to win the car since the tournament rules that she signed stated that only amateurs were qualified for the prize. By showing up, entering the fins on the Fairway Golf Tournament, her host paying the entry fees and hitting the hole in one, Chen accepted the defendant's offer, formed the contract, paid consideration, and fulfilled her obligations under the contract. The owner of the group that organized the event said Chen didn't disclose her full history as a golfer when she registered for the event, which would have disqualified her from winning the prize. And the president of Ace Hole in One, which apparently is a local Tampa Bay company, they insured the prize, said in a letter to Chen, signed an affidavit confirming that she wasn't a former professional golfer. So she, at one point, it goes back a number of years, but she's a former professional golfer. She was a golf pro.
She's saying she was only a professional golfer from 94 to 96.
Doesn't matter.
Right,
Still
exactly.
really good.
She was a and she must have been pretty good. So I subscribe to the Willy Wonka thing. You get nothing! Nothing! Yes, Andrew.
Yeah, if it says, does the...
Can you put a sentence together for me?
I don't know if I can right now.
Thanks.
If she's saying she's a former pro,
Yeah.
legally, does that cover it?
I mean, she's
It
not
may.
currently a pro.
She signed a contract that she was not now
never
or
was.
ever was a
No,
professional.
we don't know that it said ever was.
Well, they're claiming that it was fully disclosed that you had to sign off and agree when you signed into the tournament that you were
Right.
not a professional golfer.
and she's not.
I
But
can promise you she's not going to get anything.
She's I listen, if I'm the judge in this case and as the facts are presented to me now, I don't think she gets anything here.
So
Yeah, she was a professional golfer from 94 to 96. and has been officially registered as an amateur with the U.S. Golf Association for more than 15 years.
That sounds like amateur to me.
But she was formerly a pro.
I think she should hire Andrew as the lawyer for
Yeah.
her.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Andrew, you're standing firm.
The prize was a Mercedes E-Class, $90,000 value on this car.
So this company is fascinating. This hole-in-one insurance company.
Yeah, they insure all kinds of like contests, I'm sure.
Yeah, half-court shots,
Yep.
make a field goal on the football field. They insure that.
Yeah.
Yep. Dice rolls, bowling, all kinds of stuff.
Wow.
You know, the hockey shots where you got to put the puck through the little slot,
Yeah.
the little teeny slot on the ice. So companies insure those games. And usually it's a pretty good bet because people don't win these things. So it's a numbers game. But listen, from what I see on this woman was formerly a professional golfer. And
Thank you very much.
there's Fester's. Oh, great. The whole bit is made now.
Thank you.
We got Fester's golf sound
That was
effect.
awesome.
All right. 7:15 at the MJ Morning Show. All right, that's enough with the damn golf swings. 7:15 at the MJ Morning Show. When we get back, the Spectrum dispute with Disney, that's been solved. The Aaron Rodgers situation is awful. Get Hal Herman on the line. 2 packages of a ride for Hal Herman.
What?
And can you get Hal Herman in here in the next segment?
I'll go see if he's around.
Yeah, go see if he's just loitering in the parking lot drinking. All right, so you got to get Hal Herman in. That's number one. And then number 2, I got a package as well. So it's sort of like the return of mystery packages.
Ooh.
Mystery merch. All right, hold on. We're loaded. We start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ Morning Show next, so stand by. When you're making a move, folks, I don't want you to make the wrong move. And if you don't call 2 college brothers, you're going to make the wrong move. Because there are some pretty seedy, shady movers out there. You know who is not? You know who is going to fulfill your expectations and exceed them? 2collegebrothers.com. Now, your move could go really, really badly, or your move could go spectacularly. And if you call 2collegebrothers.com, if you're moving, or if you know anyone that's moving, you want to call 2collegebrothers.com. They're going to treat your furniture, your boxes like it's their own grandma's, like it's Mima's, all right? They're not going to snap your legs off chairs. They're going to wrap your furniture. Listen, 2 College Brothers has a business plan, and that is give you a great quote, great price, and then treat you and your belongings so well that you tell a ton of other people and you become a raving fan. So if you're moving, folks, do not make the move without 2collegebrothers.com. Go to the website, tell them MJ sent you, get free moving boxes, 2collegebrothers.com, smartest move you'll ever make. Now, another smart move is calling Zero Res when you want your carpets cleaned. Now, when you've got just a stained mess, hey, Yeah, you got the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Ladies and gentlemen, bing! Just like that, we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ right now. At least, I usually go over by 3, 4, 5 minutes. All right, so at least an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ right now. Hey, also, don't forget 9:10 every morning. It's the must-hear 9:10 story. Today, got a good one. This really ticked me off. This involves one of the richest guys on the planet, and I heard this story, and this angered me. This kind of repulsed me, and I'll explain. Make sure you're with us every morning at 9:10. So just after 9 o'clock. Also, we've got Kenny Loggins tickets to give away after 9 o'clock this morning as well. Kenny Loggins going to be at the Sound this weekend. I would go, but I'm going to be in Virginia Beach with Michelle, just kind of a reminiscent weekend going home to our former hometowns, both of us, just a little weekend getaway. Yeah, so, all right, Froggy, listen, I really don't want to talk about this, but I think there is an important lesson about hydration to be learned here.
It's funny because it happened to me last year, too.
Dude, so you don't learn? You don't learn from
Dude,
your mistake?
it's
What's
just
the
like
matter with you?
They're so constant, and it's one thing after another, and I made a big mistake
Also,
again.
did you call Hal Herman and tell him to get in here?
Oh, he's in the office. I gotta go. I'll go get him.
All right, Hal Herman. So Hal Herman has 2 packages that have arrived.
That's awesome.
There are 2 mystery packages that have arrived addressed to Hal Herman, and then I got a package as well. So hold on, I'm gonna open up my package, and we're really not doing mystery merch anymore because we haven't promoted it, but I guess people are still sending stuff. So we're gonna open up some mystery packages, including Hal Herman. Oh, you know what? People, look at this. Also, with some of your little game shows, Froggy, look at this.
You mean Hal's?
I have an email from Rican Passion. So
It's probably not their real name.
does that mean Puerto Rican?
Passion, yeah.
So Puerto Rican Passion. So
Sure.
I got an email from Rican Passion, and it says, "Bring back the truth booth. Bring back the truth booth. Bring back the truth booth. Bring back the truth booth.
God.
Bring back the truth booth. Bring back."
All right, stop.
Look, I'll hold this up to MJTV right now.
we
Look at this.
believe you.
It's a manifesto at this point.
Yeah, it is.
Bring back the truth booth over and over. All right, so Froggy, can you bring back the truth booth, please?
I mean, yeah, we could have a little
This
session,
week,
writing session.
Oh, Fester's leaving. He's not going to be
Yeah.
here.
For what? The truth booth?
The truth booth.
Yeah, we can't do it without Fest.
Yeah, well, you got to be here
You
for
can call me.
because you're the most obnoxious of them all.
And arguably
Yeah.
the funniest. Not pound for pound because
Oh,
I'm heavy,
jeez.
but wow.
Yeah, you're not very efficient, actually.
Yeah, really. Pound for pound, I'm nothing the best because
All right.
I'm so fat.
So let's bring the truth booth back with a
Okay.
special episode. All right, so Froggy, how do you not learn from your mistakes? And folks, listen, I'm going to tone this down because I don't want to be gross about anything, but Froggy came into the room during the commercial break after utilizing the facilities and says that he's got a burning issue. And, one would immediately think some kind of an STI or STD or,
No, would you stop?
but it's not that, apparently.
No, I figured out what it is.
What Froggy just disclosed and disclosed, what Froggy just told me during the break is that during his 4 days that he was away, Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
Yes.
and you came back last night late, your flight was late.
Yeah.
So Froggy's at this hardware convention. This sounds like some stupid character in a sitcom. Yeah, he's off at the hardware convention.
Oh, yeah, real stupid. Make fun of my business, why don't you, dude?
All right, hang on.
All 4 of us, in one way or another, resemble sitcom characters.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
both our professional and personal lives.
You and Newman.
I'm George.
Froggy just disclosed to me that he has drunk no water for 4 days.
That's
I
healthy.
just realized that.
And that all he drank was booze.
That can't be all you drank.
No, because listen, the minute I got there, I had to get off plane and go to a market mixer. You know what that
kind
is?
of liquored up alcoholic?
No, they're not alcoholics. These hardware guys could go.
Yeah, I mean,
it
What
is.
you're hanging with Jerry from the Ace in Chillicothe?
Yeah, they're great guys, but it's like, we started with a market mixer, and it was like, that was booze and talking to people
But Froggy,
at your booth.
You drank no water for 4 days.
It just wasn't around. I drank out of the faucet like twice in my hotel.
Don't they have water bottles in the hotel room?
No, they didn't.
where did you stay?
I stayed at the Hyatt Regency.
It sounds like a relatively nice place.
They just
Yeah.
had restaurants.
the Hyatt Regency in
Indianapolis?
Indianapolis.
I had to go.
How far is that from the Speedway?
I don't know. I don't care.
Froggy, you've
Tired
got to
of it.
drink. You can't go 4 days and
I
drink
know that.
mostly booze and not water.
And then we would go to.
You might have a burning sensation because of that.
No kidding, dude. Okay, so your
Yeah,
convention.
I've been reading a lot about it, and it happened to me last year. Same thing, because it's one thing after another. The show ends, everybody wants to go to dinner, and then dinner, then everybody wants to go to a bar.
But they do
and
pass
then I go
out.
back and pass out in my bed, and then I get up, and we're on the show floor at 7. Do it again.
Hey,
Yeah,
just
but-
out of curiosity, do Indianapolis hookers, do they frequent this hardware convention?
No, there's no hookers at the convention.
You don't know
We're
where to
very
look.
professional.
Yes, Rox.
You can ask for water when you're out to eat. You can. That's the first thing you can do when you sit down and say, I don't know what I'm going to order to drink yet, but I'll have a glass of water.
Oh, no.
How did you not drink it? Did you guys go to the famous San Elmo Steakhouse?
No, we went
You
to
didn't-
Ruth Chris.
All right, well, yeah. It's,
And I had the portobello mushrooms that ruined my insides.
what? Hold on a minute.
That's
You-
another reason why I was dehydrated.
You didn't drink water and you had portobello mushrooms that ruined your inside. How do portobello mushrooms ruin
Because
your
there's a thing
inside?
about mushrooms I was reading about.
I'm just saying, MJ, when you have no water and a fungus-based meal. I love mushrooms, but it's a fungus.
What am I doing at this point in my life? What the hell am I doing here?
I mean, he's not eating a protein; he's eating a fungus.
So I'm currently flushing out my system. I'm feeling much better. I've been feeling really weak.
I'm feeling
Really
really weak here.
Like I
really
went to a
weak.
Longhorn Steakhouse at the airport, and I was eating the worst chicken strips I've ever had. They tasted like a cut up baseball glove.
where was this at the airport?
Longhorn.
Oh, at Lord. Wait,
And then I'm sitting
hold
there,
on.
and then a big fat guy's like, "Can I squeeze in next to you?" Because there's no room at the bar.
Oh, wait a minute. Longhorn does a good job typically.
Yes, they did, but this thing did not for
Listen,
me.
I've been impressed over the years
Sure.
with Longhorn steaks and the Longhorn salmon. That's one of their signature dishes.
I thought it was going to be great.
So wait, so you're saying you had some dried chicken strips?
Dry.
Well, first of all,
they
who-
were basically beef jerky.
Who goes to Longhorn and orders chicken strips? You go to PDQ for the best chicken tenders out there.
Not in the Indianapolis airport just yet.
Oh, hold on. There was the Longhorn was at the airport.
Yes. That's it.
Well.
MJ.
Atlanta airport.
Oh, you know what?
Airport restaurants are hit or miss.
Well, hold on a minute. Airport restaurants are typically not run by the companies, or usually it's like the host.
Service mark or
It's usually all the airport concessions. They might have the brand name franchise, but
not staffed.
it's not staffed by like. It's kind of
different.
it is. They're, what's the way to say this?
it's like at a
That-
stadium.
Yeah, you have like service companies that run these restaurants, and it's not like the full A-team, ownership that run a lot of the airport concessions and restaurants. All right. So, by the way, you mentioned Ruth's Chris?
Yes.
You know who just bought Ruth's Chris?
Who?
Ruth's
No.
son?
Ruth's Chris. I think Olive Garden just bought them.
Did they really?
Yeah.
I hope they don't change the amount of butter they put on their steaks because their
Dude.
steaks are really buttery. That's what I always remember.
So,
They're good.
what is that, Darden, right? I think
Darden Group?
I want to make sure that I'm not spouting out falsehoods like Fester over there. Do me a favor. I think Darden just bought. No, type in Darden and Ruth's Chris.
Well, I'm looking for brands.
No, just type in
come
Darden
on,
Ruth's
jeez.
Chris. I mean,
Did they with Ruth's Chris try to come up with the most difficult name to say like?
Well,
Ruth,
but the story is that Ruth bought the Chris Steakhouse, so it became Ruth's Chris. That's where that name comes
the
from.
deal was you
Yeah.
couldn't take the name Chris out of it.
I
or
did.
Something.
Did Darden just buy Ruth's Chris? Yeah, Darden Restaurants to acquire Ruth's Hospitality Group. Yeah, it was back in June.
Dude.
Darden Restaurants, which owns Olive Garden.
Does that mean Ruth's Chris is going to have unlimited soup and breadsticks? Because I'm going.
Also, Capital Grill. Hey, Capital Grill is also owned by Darden. I'll tell you what, I had a really good steak recently at the Capital Grill.
Yeah,
Holy
that place
crap.
is good.
Yeah, I had a really good
Yeah,
steak.
I like their cuts of meat.
Yeah.
Darden owns my third favorite restaurant, Cheddar's.
Cheddar's Scratch.
Have you ever been to a Cheddar's?
I have not. So
You don't know what you're missing.
Darden owns Olive Garden, Longhorn Steakhouse, Yard House, Cheddar's Scratch Kitchen, Capital Grill, Seasons 52, Eddie V's also. Eddie
Oh, that place
V's.
is good too.
Same company that owns Olive Garden owns Eddie V's.
I can't believe lead singer of Pearl Jam owns that place.
And Bahama Breeze. But you know what they sold off? You know what Darden spun off?
Yeah, the one that's going out of business everywhere?
Well, I saw that a couple of locations were closing.
I feel like a lot of them are closing.
Cheddar Bay Biscuit, bitch.
I know.
All right.
Red Lobster.
So, yeah, Darden used to own Red Lobster. How the hell did we get here?
Well, I got
Froggy goes-
dehydrated.
Oh, Froggy got dehydrated because he drank nothing but booze at a hardware convention for 4 days in Indianapolis.
Listen, there's a lot of mingling to be done.
You can't do that.
I know that. I realize that now.
What
and
time was your convention? From what? From like 8 to 6?
it was like 7:30 to like 6.
Did your wife, Kim, know that you... Are your kids listening right now? hey, they're in the car. Hey, Froggy's kids.
No, Froggy was making businesses deals.
All right, Froggy's kids. Make sure you hydrate and drink water.
Yeah.
Vodka, clear liquid vodka does not... it's not a good substitute for water. So, and speaking of that...
I have a question.
Yeah.
By the way, I just got my blood work back, and I'm perfectly healthy. A little high cholesterol.
I don't know how that could be.
Excuse me?
I don't know. You're about to orphan your kids.
I have a question.
I mean, Kim's healthy as a.
I'm literally, everything's fine. Like, I have high cholesterol, and that's it.
Is Kim still doing Peloton every day?
Every day.
Because do you see the story about the guy that fell off the Peloton and killed him? And
Wait, he died?
Oh, dude, a guy. Man, we're all over the road here. But hold on a minute.
That's why we're fun.
Go. Exactly. Because you never know what the hell's going to happen on this show. So, Peloton death. Listen to this. Peloton, Fester just brought up the story. New York man was killed instantly by Peloton bike, his family says in lawsuit.
Oh, my.
The family of a New York man claims he was killed by his Peloton bike just 6 months after buying it.
Killed by the bike? I mean, it
Yes.
sounded like it came to life and ate him.
It's like a Stephen King Peloton horror movie.
He attached knives to the pedals, and it didn't go well.
The New Yorker was holding on to the bike to get up from the floor when it spun around and severed his carotid artery.
Oh my!
In response, Peloton said that Furtado's negligence caused his death and the company is not legally responsible. I'm trying to get a grip and understand what the hell this guy did.
So the guy might have been on the floor stretching or something, or
Right.
doing some kind of workout or push-ups, and he used the bike as leverage to get up.
Like a handle.
And then it toppled over on him.
And then it gets severed. I mean, I don't know how that's Peloton's fault.
I mean, they have really sharp handles.
I mean, that's
they-
crazy. I mean,
It is like that Stephen King movie I introduced you guys to last week.
Anyway, where the hell were we?
Well, I have a question.
Yes.
Can I ask a hypothetical question about medication?
Okay.
Do we have a choice?
Does it travel with you're allowed to take
No,
it, right?
of course
What?
not. That would
No?
be irresponsible.
Oh, are you talking about Froggy bringing weed onto an airplane?
No, I'm not.
No.
No, hypothetically, is someone allowed to do that? If it's your medication, then it seems like you'd be
No.
allowed to.
No. I think it varies by state, but
I don't have time to deal
but
with
also
that.
keep in mind that marijuana is not legal federally.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
and-
Okay, so
and-
that's why you
and
can't
it-
bring it up. Okay.
So it's not legal federally, and it's not legal in every state. So I think you got to check laws on whether you can travel with medical marijuana. Is what your
Yeah.
question
That's my
is, right?
question.
All right, now this actually, I just dug into my pile to find something that works very well here because Froggy's talking about staying in hotels, and you took 2 sips out of the hotel faucet is what you're
It was
claiming.
so bad.
So you drank nothing but
I would
booze.
wake up and be like, I'm so thirsty. And my mouth would be dry, and you just go to the faucet.
So are you telling me that?
There's no room service. There's no nothing anymore.
Are you telling me that the hardware world is so boring that these hardware guys that you're hanging with, all they do is drink?
Well, listen, it is
Dude.
a business. And Fester told me the RV business is like that as well.
Listen, a lot of these guys who travel for work or go to these conventions, when the convention's over or the meeting's over,
Right.
they tie it on.
All right, check this out.
It's kind of fun.
This actually kind of comports. I have a story about hotels and those complimentary water bottles in some of the hotels.
Yeah.
Listen to this. We've all been in hotels where they have a couple of bottles of water,
Yeah.
and sometimes they'll have a bottle of Fiji, and they want to charge you like $58 for a bottle of Fiji water. But a lot of times they'll have just, a couple of 16-ounce bottles, complimentary water in the room. Oopsies. So I saw this, and this is a viral story. There's a viral video. I guess the family put up a video online here. This family was staying at the Westin Peachtree Plaza in Atlanta. So wife, husband, and kids in the Westin Peachtree Plaza in Atlanta, and her husband drank out of what he thought was the complimentary bottle of Aquafina water in their room.
Okay.
He goes and apparently the bottle was filled with vodka.
What?
Yes.
How does that happen?
I don't know. Somebody had replaced.
What the hell?
We've secretly replaced this Aquafina water with vodka. Will they be able to tell the... Apparently so.
A hardware guy would have been like, hell yeah.
I know he wasn't in the hardware business, whatever the hell that guy does.
Oh
for a
my,
living.
is that crazy?
I wonder, did a maid do it like as a joke?
Or somebody, a previous guest,
Oh, yeah.
had filled the complimentary bottle with vodka for their own consumption to be able to walk around or have the water bottle. Maybe they were trying to keep it from their wife. Or are you drinking again, Ed? No, I just got an Aquafina here.
Just a water.
And the guy. So somehow they check in and the Aquafina was filled. It's a good thing the father.
What if you get your kid or something?
Yeah, kids could have guzzled this thing.
Here's the thing about hotels, and I love and hate hotels at the same time. The water bottles, if the previous person doesn't drink them, they just stay.
You got to check the seal. You
You
make
gotta
sure.
listen for the crack. That's
Well,
it.
just look also, because when you look at a water bottle, look at the ring, look at the seal, and you ought to have those little indents. The seal, the ring has to be attached to the cap, and you can see if that seal is broken. You'll feel the tension. You can see that the plastic is still attached.
That guy's an idiot for not seeing that and
Right.
still drinking it.
You gotta look and see if the seal is still on your water bottle. Wasn't there a racket where like some restaurants were like using old like bottle? Because listen, you go to a restaurant these days, you go to a mid to high range restaurant, like a liter of water. I mean, like a Pellegrino, or Pana or whatever. Some of those bottles of water they're charging $9 for a bottle of water that costs them $1.90. Or less, they're charging, $9-10 for a bottle of water. But I remember there was a racket some years ago where some restaurant was busted for just taking the bottles of expensive bottled water and just filling it with tap water.
Ew.
And just spraying it out to the, talk about 100% markup, man. That's pure profit, baby. So, back to the hotel before I move on here. The wife started recording after her husband drank out of the bottle, posted a video online. It's got like 500,000 views at this point.
Well, you always got to keep in mind that, is it real? Is it staged? Whatever. That could have been easily staged.
Listen, but it's not out of the question. Listen, the reason why I brought the story up is just wherever you are, just check the seal on your water bottle and make sure it wasn't tampered with, and make sure that it was a legitimately sealed bottle and wasn't previously opened, and who knows what the hell could be in there or what was done to that damn thing.
See, that's what makes these interesting. And Froggy's right. I believe everything I see online, everything people complain about is staged in some way just for clicks.
Yeah, I think so.
And the thing that gets you is what MJ said, well, it's not out of the question, right, but it's fake. Just like reality TV.
But this day and age, you got to be careful out there and don't believe everything you see, especially with social media and the crap that's online. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Froggy, where are you going?
He's got to get his jacket. He can't. Hal cannot perform unless he's fully dressed in wardrobe, ready to go.
Why wouldn't Froggy have the Hal Herman thing ready to go? I told him an hour ago to make sure Hal Herman was in studio because Hal Herman got a couple of packages mailed to him.
He didn't do it because he is still drunk from his trip to Indianapolis and he is suffering from severe dehydration.
And Hal is drunk as well. Always.
Hal always drunk.
Well, Hal has a drinking problem, and none of those.
Look, he's back. He's back. He's got his coat. He's got his coat.
All right, Andrew, you getting video of this?
Get in here, Hal.
All right, so.
Hey, everybody, how's it going?
Hey, Hal, talk in the microphone.
Other way.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey.
Good to see you guys.
All right,
we missed you, Hal.
Yeah.
I missed you guys too.
Did you go to that hardware convention as well?
I was there as Froggy's support system, and I am working for him now. And Tide went on every day, baby.
Yeah,
Were
sure
you
did.
top salesman at the hardware convention?
I didn't sell them.
All right, so Hal Herman in the
What's going on
studio.
here?
All right, so Froggy's friend.
I don't have a game or nothing planned.
I'm not asking. I've got 2 packages that arrived for you here at the radio station.
Oh, interesting.
All right, I'm holding these up to MJTV, and they both appear to be Amazon. Yep, well, at least one. Yeah, they're both Amazon packages.
And Fester thinks he knows what one is, right?
Well,
I'm gonna let the show come to me on this one.
all right, Hal Herman, MJ Morning Show, 9721 Executive. So here's the address, and then here's the second one. Hal Herman, MJ Morning Show.
Wow.
So you have 2 packages. All right, Hal,
What could I possibly be?
here, open up the first one.
All right.
This one actually arrived on Friday, but you were away, I guess, at the hardware convention with Froggy. So, Hal, this is the first package.
All right.
So, Open this thing up. Andrew, please get the video of Hal Herman.
Wow, this
Froggy.
is good. This is very nice.
All right, open.
Hal Herman, and my name was even on there.
Yeah,
I feel like an official part of the show.
I got a lot of things to do here.
Let me tell you guys a little story.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, why are you rushing Hal? MJ?
It's when I was young, I wanted to be a host. And now look at me. That's it.
Okay.
All right, let's open it up.
All right. Opening up.
I like how you radio guys do. You like to make all the noise with the paper. You know, you're famous for that.
Yeah, that's MJ's go-to move.
Oh, my God.
It looks like there.
More packages.
There's a package in a package.
How many damn packages?
All right, so that's the vendor. That's the vendor package that was inside the Amazon package. So, oh my God! Hal Herman just looked at what's inside. We don't know yet.
Oh my God!
So Hal Herman has just stopped dead in his tracks.
Anybody else want an open one?
Hold on.
I think it's the same.
How many are in there?
Here,
wait a minute.
There's two
two.
packages. Here you go. MJ, open up the other one.
All right, hold on.
Oh my God!
So,
this is amazing.
Why?
New game show. Oh, you're gone. No, damn it!
Oh my God! It's a ball gag.
It's a ball game.
Oh, that's what, because we talked about ball gag karaoke.
But
my
listen,
God.
how long ago was that?
It's a ball gag.
I don't what this guy.
Guy said over ball games.
There's one that's fluorescent pink and one that's bright red.
Hey,
Why is mine pink? Why does it have holes in it?
Oh, wait a minute.
So you can breathe.
Is there a note inside the Amazon package from whoever sent this? Sometimes you get the little, the gift slip.
Nope.
Nothing in there? Nope. All right, so 2 ball gags have just arrived. Is this an indication that the listener that sent the 2 ball gags, that they want us to do ball gag karaoke?
Help me out here, fat boy.
Hold on. You want to put? I'll put your ball gag on you.
Bring out the gimp.
Hold on. Step back here. I gotta adjust my camera
Oh,
here.
Froggy, look at the get Froggy
No,
on
that's
camera.
Hal. That's Hal.
I'm sorry, get Oh my God.
Jeez.
Fester,
so you can breathe.
Fester's putting the ball gag on Hal Herman right now.
I gotta loosen it. Breathe through the hole.
Get him on microphone. Dude, breathe through your nose. Breathe through your nose.
Breathe normally.
Stop coughing COVID all over us. Stop it.
Go to your mic. Stop gagging on me. All right.
Oh, hey, hey, Froggy.
Take it off.
Hold on, wait, no, leave it in. Froggy, pick a song that you'd like to do karaoke with. Pick an 80s hit. What song would you like to sing right now?
Hang on.
What? What?
He said, "Hang on."
Give me an 80s song, and we'll have Andrew bring up the karaoke track. What? Wait. Hold on. Write it down. Right. Hold on. Hold on. I want to.
I know what it is. It's I can't help falling. It's I can't help falling in love with you. It's the.
Is that it?
Right? Is that it?
Hold on.
I gotta take it off.
I take the ball gag off. Oh my God. I get on my.
That was it, right?
Hold on. What?
Froggy has the pink one.
Oh my God, that was
what song?
so hot.
Well, hold on. We got to put the ball gag back on so you can do the song.
No, I can't do it anymore. It's making me gag.
Hold on. What song would you like to sing with karaoke and for our?
I can't stop coughing.
What song were you singing?
What song do you know that you can sing that we can bring up the karaoke track?
Did it?
What was it?
I guessed it.
No.
It was Hank on Me.
It was, you didn't
shoot.
guess that.
I thought it was.
That's why ball gag karaoke is such a tough and challenging game.
I tell you what, hey Andrew, go to YouTube and bring up karaoke track for "Take on Me" by Aha, and let me know when you have it.
Don't pin it so tight to where it's gagging you.
Okay.
So Froggy, I'm sorry, Hal Herman is putting on the ball gag again.
Woo!
Okay, and let me know when you've got the "Take on Me" karaoke. Do you have it?
I don't have a ball gag. That's why I don't have one on.
All right.
I thought it was UB40. That's why this game is so tricky.
UB40?
Yeah.
What, you thought "Take on Me" was UB40?
Uh-huh.
No, it's Aha.
I'm glad we can entertain Roxanne this way. This is really a challenging
All right, do you have the karaoke tracks? All right, start it. Go ahead. Anytime you're ready.
In our ears.
All right, here we go. This is the karaoke track. Oh, man, this has like a 40-second intro, doesn't it?
I think so.
Jump it forward a little bit, yeah. All right, here we go. You ready? All right, here we go. Ball gag karaoke.
You know what?
That wasn't too bad, huh? That should be the new show opener.
Yeah, right?
Can we put that on the website for people to enjoy?
The texters guessed. They guessed correctly the first time you did it without the music.
Oh,
So
really?
they did, yeah.
God, that's awful.
What are the texters liking this or no?
Well, they're participating.
And then I'm holding the other ball gag up to MJ TV right now. This one has the protective seal for my protection still on it. So I could technically put this ball gag on me, which I'm sure Michelle would love that, you know?
Yeah. Wait, I'm not going to be the only one to do this.
Well, so we're going to take
I
turns.
just look like 100 yards of horse's ass.
Now, Hal, hang on. That was just the first package. Then a second package has arrived for Hal Herman. This is
What the hell is this now?
This is package number 2. Here, open this one.
As he's opening that, I just want to say whoever sent the ball gags, amazing human being, because we talked about that a long time ago.
Yeah.
For them to follow through a year later, whatever it was,
Yeah,
with that cool of a thing.
Right.
Pretty
Spontaneously,
pretty cool. Yeah.
I came up with ball gag karaoke a long time ago.
Are there more ball gags?
So hold on. What's
More ball gag.
Are you serious?
Oh, my God. How many did he send total?
This.
Is it a different color?
Now here's a different ball gag.
Okay, so we got 3 of them.
Please be blue.
Oh,
Please be blue.
just one was in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's another ball gag.
Oh, I like that with the black
Yeah,
strap.
it's a nice contrast. Black
Stinky.
strap with a red ball.
All right.
Wow, that's pretty hot.
So,
Hey, send us a blue ball.
Please.
please.
All right, please.
2 of them. MJ, on Wednesday, Wednesday of last week, almost a week ago,
Right.
at 4:03 p.m., I get a text to my personal line.
Yes.
And
Someone texted you at what's that number, Hal?
813-310-8444.
right.
Fester's private cell.
That's it.
I get about 350 texts a day,
That's nice.
which is fine. But this guy writes about a year ago, you guys talked about something called ball gag karaoke. It was discussed. Do you think it will happen if I sent you some Amazon ball gags to the studio?
This listener's been waiting for a year
Oh my
to have
God.
ball gag karaoke fulfilled.
The guy just follows up, and I wrote, "That's a pretty funny idea, but you know what? Not every funny idea makes it on the air. Some of them."
What a jerk you
I mean, well,
are.
listen, he asked, like, what happened to ball gag karaoke? Okay, it was a year and a half ago. We didn't do it.
You're all Debbie Downer over there.
And then he writes just our address to the radio station, and I wrote, "We're in Suite 200. Make it to Hal Herman, MJ Morning Show," and he did. And he writes, he goes, 2 separate boxes. They should be there by today.
Oh, man.
So if you want to call the guy, I have his number. I don't know his name. I mean, this is the guy who sent the ball gags.
All right, so is his number on here?
It's the text.
Oh,
So it's top of the-
813-562. All right.
Yeah, don't go.
Hang on a minute. 813-562.
The only way you can give out his whole number is if you say it with a ball gag in your
I'm
mouth.
not going to do that. Hey, Andrew, pick up line 2.
I hope he's listening.
and see if whoever sent the ball gag is listening.
I don't know the guy's name.
Yeah, we have no idea who he is, but I'm looking at the phone number from the text that he sent to Fester, and we'll see if he picks up.
Can I have the red and black one?
General RV up to the Hershey, Pennsylvania, massive RV. Oh, we got voicemail?
Oh, man.
All
All right. Andrew, leave a message. Tell me of his
Ball gag voicemail.
Yeah, ball gag.
Well, thank you for my new gifts. It was nice to see everybody, but I have to leave. I have an emergency right now. I'm serious.
Bye, Hal.
I'll be right
Hold on,
back.
Froggy, you coming back?
I'll be right back.
Where's he going?
I hope that ball gag didn't choke him or make him sick.
Oh,
Should we have disinfected those before putting them in mouths?
I mean, it looked like it was clean from China, so Froggy should be fine. I mean, do you disinfect the ball gag before you put it in the first time?
I don't know.
I don't know. Do you wash your shirt when you buy it from a store? I mean, I don't know.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Did you see the mistake, the awful situation that DraftKings put themselves in?
Ooh.
Yeah, this is not good.
No.
DraftKings, of course, the online betting company. Yeah, they've apologized for DraftKings apparently encouraged customers to place 9/11 anniversary bets for New York teams. What the
Ooh.
bleep? Yeah, sports betting firm DraftKings apologized yesterday for exploiting the anniversary of 9/11 as they tried to suggest that customers place bets on the New York teams for a special daily trifecta. That's awful. Yeah, DraftKings is Boston-based, and they offered bettors a 9/11 themed betting suggestion.
It was
which,
a parlay where you bet the Yankees, the Mets, and the Jets to win on Monday.
Yeah, required 3 New York teams to be included. So Yankees, Mets, Jets, yes.
I mean,
To win their games Monday on the 22nd anniversary of 9/11. What the hell? What? What? What are they thinking?
This is what it is. This is just a guess, but it's just somebody who is probably young and didn't go through that. It's different. Like if you saw that.
A 20-year-old intern came up with a whole promotion for DraftKings on 9/11?
Yeah.
so I've heard of gambling like the LA parlay or a New York parlay where you bet all the teams in that city for one weekend or one. I've heard of that before. But what happened is, and they could have got away with it if they didn't have something. I think it had like never forget on the screen so it was obviously tying it into 9/11. It wasn't just like a run-of-the-mill New York parlay for any other day.
Yeah, I saw that. They had never forget. So never forget, bet on 3 New York teams to win with DraftKings. That is awful. Talk about tone deaf. Talk about what are they thinking? I mean, that is so elementary. I mean, I can't imagine that.
That's what I'm telling you. It's somebody who didn't have the sensitivity to think about what the impact would be. And it's probably someone who, was born before it happened. Right?
Or it happened before. A young
excuse
person.
me, after. Born after it happened.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. This is idiotic. It's, let's see. Tom Van Essen is commenting. It's greed. These people are greedy, fumed Tom Van Essen, who was the New York City fire commissioner when 343 of his firefighters died trying to save lives after the Twin Towers got hit by those 2 Boeing 767s.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. It is an insensitive. It's over the top with this 9/11 DraftKings pitch. It's something we don't need on 9/11.
No, we don't.
But I understand greed is what he said. Never forget, bet these New York teams to win tonight on 9/11. New York Mets to win versus Arizona. New York Yankees to win at Boston. New York Jets to win versus Buffalo. That is, I mean, again, I'm appalled at this. This is...
Yeah, it's awful.
Unbelievable. Can't even imagine it. Boy. Anyway, speaking of sports for a second here, the whole Disney Spectrum Charter Communications situation has been rectified, and they made a big deal. Oh, we're fixing the carriage dispute. All the Disney channels are going back online, and this was just before Monday Night Football. But for us, it didn't really matter because ABC was carrying Monday Night Football, so it was ESPN on ABC. And, of course, Channel 28, ABC here in the Tampa Bay area, they had the game, so that didn't affect us. But, I mean, when you look at the number of channels that were affected, I mean, it really was a burden. Plus, we were still getting charged. I'm a Spectrum customer, and, we were still getting charged for all of these channels that we weren't able to get.
So I think in years past, Monday Night Football just ran on ESPN.
In some cases.
But now with the writer's strike and this Disney Spectrum dispute, ABC carried. And it was a pretty big game, hyped up wise.
Yeah, all the channels, ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN News, ESPN Deportes, ESPNU, Disney Channel, National Geographic, FX, SEC Network, Longhorn Network, SEC Network.
They've been out for 2 weeks.
Oh, hold on, Andrew. What is this list with staying and gone? What does that mean?
The stations that are staying with Spectrum in the deal are on the staying side. The ones that they will no longer be carrying are on the gone side.
So there are some stations that are going away on Spectrum.
So on Spectrum, they're losing with the new deal, Baby TV, Disney Junior,
shut up,
Disney XD,
okay,
Freeform, FXM, FXX, Nat Geo Wild, and Nat Geo Mundo.
Those are a bunch of good channels.
FXM and FXX, those are good. Why are those going away?
Disney Junior, home of Puppy Dog Pals and Bluey.
Bluey?
Oh, you don't know about Bluey?
I don't know.
Yeah, Bluey's big.
What the hell is Bluey?
It is possibly the best kids cartoon.
Like Blue's Clues?
No, it's
Bluey.
It's about two Australian sister dogs and their family, but it's a great kids show, which I sometimes
and your
watch alone.
kids watch this? You only sometimes watch it alone?
Sometimes I watch alone.
But your kids but you have Spectrum, right? Or no?
I am currently on Unitard's family plan.
Yeah.
Our old intern Unitard.
Right.
He has a family plan for YouTube.
Oh, YouTube TV, yeah.
And I am one of his brothers, according to him.
All right. Well,
Well-
the Disney Spectrum carriage deal has been put back together, but we're missing some channels now with this new deal.
And in other Disney news, they're increasing their ad-free tiers. Disney Plus is going from $10.99 a month to $13.99. Hulu's going up $3. ESPN Plus is going up $1. It's all going up.
All kinds of crap going on.
So what if I told you I never realized up until this very minute how much Spectrum sounds like Rectum?
I thought about that a long time
I never
ago.
thought of it. It just never crossed my mind. All the letters are there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
it
just-
covers the spectrum of rectum.
It really does.
I've got cable TV up my butt. I call it the Spectrum Rectum.
Okay, it just occurred to me as we're sitting here talking. You're like, Disney and Spectrum.
What do you want to
Rectum.
watch? Look up my butt. What do
you
want-
hold still?
What do you want to watch?
Hold on, I got to squint.
All right. Hey, moving along. What do you do if you have a stinky coworker at work?
Roxanne, what do you do?
What do you do? Is this an HR issue? Seriously, no kidding here. All kidding aside, what do you do?
All right, define Stinky.
Where the hell did Froggy
I don't
go?
know, he ran out with that end of the Hal Herman ball gag bit, and I thought he was putting something away, but he's really gone.
All right, so, but he came back for a minute.
I don't know what the hell he does.
All right.
You want to have a search party for him?
No. All right, so, yes.
Here's something right off the bat.
Yep.
And we do, like Fester said, we need to know details. We need to know what's going on here. I do have to say a story that recently we went into a restaurant, my family and I, and it did have a funny smell, like, the dirty mop smell that we've talked about before.
Yeah, that dirty water
Yeah.
bucket smell.
Yeah, it had a little bit of that going on. And my daughter was like, I'm not eating here. I don't like the smell of this restaurant.
The 3-year-old or the 6-year-old?
The 3-year-old. She's like,
Hold on.
it stinks in here.
You realize that both your kids are going to be a handful.
Well, guess what? It's a tough world out there.
Well,
So
hold
they're
on.
going to.
They're a handful now, but can you imagine what your kids are going to be like when they're tweens
Yeah.
and teens?
Yeah, I'll be used to it by then, I
Oh
guess.
my God!
So she was
So
like,
your 3-year-old walks in, doesn't like the smell of the restaurant, and says, "We're not eating here."
yeah, I don't think that's a bad thing, because your sense of smell is like sometimes like a survival instinct. Oh wait, I smell gas in here, or you smell whatever noxious odor that might be detrimental to your health. So I don't think that's a bad thing.
Hey,
So I was
Froggy.
like, listen,
Froggy, you're on speaker. What's up?
It's Hal Herman.
Oh, sorry. Hal Herman, you're on speaker. What's up, Hal?
I got a present for you guys. I forgot to bring it in. So I want to come back in real quick. Could you let me in the back door?
Oh, you're locked out. You're outside. Hal Herman is locked
Yeah.
out.
Can you? let me back in. I forgot.
All right, Andrew. That's where Froggy. That's where Hal Herman has been.
He's been locked out of the
He got
building.
locked out of the building.
Yeah, Andrew's coming, Hal.
You guys hurry the hell up.
All right,
Okay,
hey, Andrew just left the producer's booth. He's coming to let you in the back door.
Cool.
He's.
What did he say? He has a gift for us?
I don't know.
Thank you. Hey, Andrew, you look pretty good today.
No, he doesn't.
All right, so Froggy Hal Herman coming back after being locked out in the parking lot, and apparently he has a gift for us. All right, hold on.
This is really a sentimental thing.
I just hang up the phone. Hang up the phone.
He'll be in the studio.
All right, here he comes.
Here he comes. I'm hanging up.
All right, he's bringing us a gift. All right, I'll get back to the stinky coworker in a second. All right, what do you have? Hold on, get on the microphone, will you please?
Well, I was trying to think of how to, because you guys done a lot for me in my career.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've been trying to think of a way to pay you guys back and really show you how I feel about you guys. And so I whipped something up for you. I hope you like it. It's nothing crazy,
God.
but I hope you like it.
Well, just cut to the chase. What
I
you?
just want to hand it over to
what'd you bring
so
us?
you can open it. I put it in one of my kids' Lincoln Logs things. There you go.
What?
Camera. If you can put the camera on MJ,
Hold on.
that is my. It's not Lincoln Logs.
I didn't know Hal had kids.
It's not Lincoln Logs.
Wait a sec. Why do you have a giant Lincoln Logs toy bucket in your pickup
Oh,
truck?
like I told you, my stepson's. I just got him some Lincoln Logs, and I decided that to use that as a clever way to package my present.
Red River Express, the original Lincoln Logs, 250 pieces.
But that's just the package. It's not. That's not what the
but
gift
that's
is.
like when you get so it has nothing to do with the
hang
gift.
on. There's Is this going to be booby trapped?
No, I don't even know what a booby trap is.
Is anything going to jump out?
Oh my God!
What do you think?
What are you? Oh my!
I gotta go.
Dude,
See you later, bitches.
get this out of here! Stop that! It's a dead rat.
It smells so bad.
If you want to look on MJ TV,
No.
Oh my God.
No.
Oh my God, MJ. Get that out of here.
I'm trying.
Put the lid back on it. Other way. Other way. Oh crap.
Oh my gosh.
Hal Herman brought a legit.
Why?
What the hell are you get a dead rat from?
Oh my God! Seriously, get that out of here now. Get it out
Hang
now.
on. Hey, take it.
Oh my God!
Take.
I can't breathe.
I can't breathe either. All right,
Seriously.
take it. Throw it outside. Throw it outside. Oh my.
I can't breathe.
Oh, Froggy just brought I guess a dead rat that he found in the parking lot. Oh my God.
That stinks so bad. I can't stay in here, MJ. So this is
What?
like a nice
Hang on.
segue from the. No,
Oh.
don't. You're wafting it towards
Hang
me. Don't waft it towards me.
What the? Just open the door. What is wrong with him? He just brought a dead rat inside this Lincoln Logs thing. This is like the Seinfeld episode with the BO valet. And here I'm talking about a
I
coworker
know.
with body. What do you do? Oh my God.
I seriously can't breathe in here. That's so
Hold on a minute.
disgusting.
Hang on. Surface disinfectant deodorant. Hang on.
No. That just like spray it in your area, not mine.
It doesn't work. Andrew, can you please get some spray?
I didn't realize that dead rats smell like dead fish.
Oh my God.
Right?
What is he thinking? Why would he bring a dead rat into our studio that he found in the back parking lot?
It smells like a combination of a skunk and a dead fish.
All right, he is out of control. Froggy, Hal Herman, out of
It's
control.
disgusting.
Oh my God.
What was weird was
I
is
Fester,
like
stop.
It's awful.
I realize that.
what you opened it,
MJ,
and
we
it didn't smell at first, and then all of a sudden,
We legitimately got to take a commercial break right now.
We
Yeah,
can't.
can
We
we?
can't.
Can we?
No.
no,
We can't take a break. We're in the middle of an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ
I don't think
morning
it's
show.
good to breathe
Listen,
dead
We got
rat
to fumigate
fumes.
the
Well-
studio, MJ.
What is he thinking? Like
I can't do
how
it.
about like Huntavirus or like the plague or something?
I can't do it, MJ.
All right,
Seriously.
hang on.
We gotta take a break.
Andrew, no, we can't take a break.
Play some Phil Collins or something that smells.
I'm not putting. What?
Phil Collins smells like crap. He smells like a dead rat.
Andrew's going to get a disinfectant spray. We've got a can of spray in here that doesn't even work.
We need a fan. We need a disinfectant spray.
I'm going to brain him. Oh
my God.
Where did he go now?
He
jeez.
probably quit.
All right, give me the spray.
Now it's going to smell like dead rat and Lysol. No.
Lysol, this is the early morning breeze scent.
Yeah, the early morning.
From Lysol. All right, guys, hang on a minute. Hey, folks, back to the regularly scheduled MJ Morning Show in just a moment.
Oh.
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Dude.
Oh, man, MJ.
What's the matter?
Hang on.
I quit. I'm out of here.
Oh, I forgot to ask. What'd you think of my gift?
Froggy,
What'd you think?
It's nasty.
we are livid.
Why?
We are
Let
livid.
me ask you a serious question. I'm not Froggy. I'm Hal Herman. But could Froggy get in trouble for that?
I don't see how. I mean, you're Hal.
You could have brought the plague into the building, for crying out loud.
I mean, again,
I'm just trying to play a practical joke on you guys. God.
with a dead rat.
All right, I'm still spraying them.
I think there was a couple mesquites in there as well that flew out.
Ew.
They might spread. Get away from me! Oh yeah, give me some.
Ugh.
I had to pick that thing up, you know.
All right.
I think the room is somewhat manageable now.
Oh, it's MJ. It's awful.
Yeah.
Now the room
Just
smells.
breathe through your mouth. Get some of that rat smell in your
It's
mouth.
Lysol early morning breeze dead rat scent.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
Oh my
Froggy,
God. You've just derailed the entire show today.
I love it. It smells like a bait shop. It's like I'm a kid again.
All right,
You go to
anyway.
bait shops that smell like
It
dead
does.
rats? It's awful.
All right,
It does.
You found that in the parking lot and you decided to bring it in?
Well, I did find it. And it took me a while to get all of the insects off of it.
Stop. All right,
Because I was walking and I was like, it was like, I was like, what the heck is that?
I'm moving along. All right.
What are we going to talk about next?
well,
We're
I
going
was-
from dead rats in the studio to what? Morons in the news?
No. I was talking about what you do with a stinky colleague.
I don't. Froggy just trumped
Oh,
everything with a dead rat that stinks.
Hal Herman came back with a bang, huh?
Let me put. Yeah, it's real bad.
Sorry.
Let me put. I got Lysol in my
Yeah,
mouth.
I have a weird
It smells
taste in my mouth.
I've got Lysol in my mouth.
It smells like a rotten
All right.
urinal in here now.
All right, so all right now.
Oh.
All right. Here's what we were doing.
Yeah, I have to tell you something. Lately, I've
All right,
been having
you,
this.
you can't hold your
Well,
Yeah, but I
hands on.
can't.
You
okay,
have no choice.
lately, I've been noticing this is something weird, but if I smell something, then I taste it too. Has anyone else had that happen? Like if I smell a scent in the room,
Well,
then all of a
taste-
sudden I'm tasting it in my
You have
mouth.
a well-developed
That's-
palate.
Roxanne,
That's what's happening
you
right
can't,
now.
You can't have your face all muffled.
Well, I also don't want to get contaminated air into my face.
There's no contamination. You know what? That rat has a family. They're boarding right now.
They're in
So
more-
how bad can he be?
And,
All right.
and you took the body.
All right. The question is, should I report my stinky colleague to HR? What are your seriously? What are your thoughts on this? If you have a coworker that smells, should you report? And should you have the right? Should you report a stinky coworker to HR? Is that an HR
Well,
offense?
you know what's crazy about this that you're throwing out? I think there is a fine line between they stink and you need to do something about it versus it's bullying by you going to HR and saying that. Like it's kind of like a very fine line, right?
So it's a female coworker who has a complaint about a colleague that's worked with them for a while but has an awful smell, and apparently this woman tried to move desks, tried to move to a different part of the office, and she was not permitted to. She was not allowed to move desks or change offices, according to her story.
I called an employment lawyer on that one.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to know about what kind of stench this person was emitting. We used to work with a lovely woman who smelled like Perfume Mania was attacked.
Yeah.
She would come into our studio every morning.
Oh yeah, she did the commercial logs.
Right.
I liked her smell. I liked her perfume.
She was very, very sweet,
Wonderful person.
wonderful woman. But
But-
every morning she came into our studio to get the previous day's commercial log, and it was like she jumped into a swimming pool of perfume every morning, and she'd roll into our studio, and I couldn't breathe.
amazing how aromatic, how
Didn't you mention something to her one time, MJ?
I did.
and that did not go well.
Yeah, I think she reported me to HR.
But
Yeah.
so I mean,
But I was going into respiratory arrest.
right. So
you were
that
dying.
was a very difficult work environment. But she thought she smelled good.
Hey, I told the story before on numerous occasions on the show that I am averse to heavy perfumes. Like having to spray this Lysol in here for me, it's killing me because I don't like heavy perfumes. Bath and Body Works. I mean, I could go into full-blown, like, a respiratory arrest if I go into a Bath and Body Works. I
Those different scents.
I don't like that. Like candle shops also. I don't mind subtle scents, but I just don't like being bashed over the head with heavy aromas, heavy perfumes, soaps, candles. So I can't imagine what this person's going through. But this is a BO situation.
So if somebody else, I mean, I remember I went to high school and the guy next to me had like those leather topsider deck shoes, and he'd kick them off in class.
Dude, I had that problem, remember?
Okay.
Dude,
That might have been when I first met you.
Yeah, so I had a problem, but this is a whole different story.
I mean, but yeah, but
I
it
used to wear those Timberland boat shoes, or like Sperry topsiders, but I used to buy those Timberland ones, and they were kind of pricey. They were well made, but I would wear those without socks, and whatever the interaction with the leather, it was terrible, and I had to stop wearing them, and I didn't want to wear them with socks. It was just
I never wear socks. My shoes have a good, nice stink
just
to
terrible.
them.
So what do you think? Is that an HR issue? If you're working in an office with somebody that smells so bad that the coworker can't stand it, is that an HR complaint? I think if your office pleasure or if your work is being interrupted by another individual, it might not be a conventional HR complaint, but I think it's an HR complaint.
It's a disruption in the workplace in one capacity or another.
Yeah, I see that there are some calls on hold. Hang on, let me see who's on.
I got it.
Robert's in Sarasota. Robert, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for taking the call. Love your show.
Thank you.
Long-time listener, first time getting in calling. So this is a real thing in HR. There is legitimate complaints and rules that you have to have some type of bodily. You have to come to work smelling, not stink.
Right. And listen, and some people, they have a hygiene problem. You have some people that don't shower, or they just don't take care of themselves. But also, I know that there have been cases where people have a biochemical issue where they can't help it, that they can shower all day long, put on gobs of deodorant, douse themselves with perfume or cologne. And I know that there are some people, and I feel awful for them, that have just some kind of a natural body odor they can't get rid of.
So would that be a disability?
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
If you do go to HR, it's anonymous, okay? But here's the other thing that's weird about it. Let's say you have someone next to you or whatever that stinks. If you say something to that person, they can actually get you in trouble with HR.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's a fine line between bullying and reporting something that's an absolute disturbance for you.
It's a vicious cycle, sir.
Everything is so sensitive these days that you don't know what's going to offend somebody, and how, a simple complaint can be turned back on you, and then you get canceled, and suddenly you're bullying and whatever. Robert,
well, when you
very
do it with HR, it's anonymous, so you can't get in trouble for it. That's why it's there. So this way, but thanks for taking the call, and I'll tell 3 people. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
thank you, Robert.
Yeah, thank you. So, folks, we ask you to do MJ3 a day. Please tell 3 people a day that you listen to the MJ Morning Show. Tell 3. We're trying to grow the show as much as we possibly can. I'm trying to get a new budget for, a big advertising campaign, but things are a little tight around here these days, I think. So, it's just amazing, how many people don't know we're back still. How many people? The audience growth potential for us is enormous. Now, already we have a massive audience. We were talking about the Ricks on the River yesterday, and a jillion people call the owner, and the owner usually listens to us, he said, but he wasn't in the car yet. And, it's whatever we talk about, we get instant feedback and a lot of it. So I know that our audience is big, but I want it even bigger, especially with the contract negotiations coming up very shortly, if they intend to re-sign me. Hey, my deal's up at the end of the year. So does the MJ Morning Show continue into 2024? Who knows? Does the MJ Morning Show continue for the rest of 2023? Because sometimes if they don't plan on re-signing me or the show, they throw your butt out the door. You just did your last show. You don't even get to say goodbye. So help us grow the show, folks, and tell 3 people a day. It's MJ3 a day. Tell 3 people you listen to the MJ Morning Show and you love it. You have no idea what the hell's going to happen on this show, and we just had like 2 things happen in the last hour. Last 45 minutes that totally unexpected.
What happened? I forgot.
Yeah, okay.
Shut up.
Barbie's in Bradenton. Barbie, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Barbie.
All right, so I have a comment about the stinky people.
Yes.
All right, so many years ago, I worked at a company, and we sat in cubes, and there was this very heavy-set woman that sat in front of me. So she faced me, I faced her. And it seemed like once a month when she was having her thing going on.
Oh, no.
I
No.
mean, it's
You know what? I
That's too
don't.
much.
You know what? I don't think I want to. I don't think I want to.
I know the rest of what you're
Yeah,
going to say.
I don't need to hear any more.
We don't want to take that route.
But it is an HR issue because people like that will claim discrimination.
Yeah.
So it does have to go through HR and go through the legal process.
I got you. Hey, Barbie, thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a nice day. Hey, Andrew, tell the other callers I got to move on because we have a lot of stuff. So we have an issue. What's going on, Andrew?
So this looks like it's a southbound 275
Yeah.
near Howard Avenue.
Is it me or is that a weird shot right now? It looks like black and white.
It's
just
just, the light of the
it's the light of the sun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 27. Who's making noise with? Oh, hang on, Pat. Come on in here.
Pat, come on in.
Hold
Come
on.
into the.
All right. So Pat from our traffic department. Pat, what's going on?
This is a major problem, southbound 275 at Howard, Armenia. You can see in the cameras there
Yes.
that only the inside lane is open. No other lanes are open. Even the exit ramp is shut down, and this is probably going to be here for a while. So if you're north of the interchange, jump off 275.
All right. So what happened? What's caused this
I
accident?
can't tell because that fire truck is blocking everything, and that's the best camera view. So something is on the other side of that fire truck that they are blocking everything from.
All right. So I-275 southbound at Howard, you're all jammed up.
One lane is scooching by, but
Yeah.
it's super slow.
If you're-
Exit ramp, too.
If you're heading out of downtown, you're heading toward West Shore, headed toward the Howard Franklin Bridge, you are all jammed up. It's got to be jammed up back to Malfunction Junction at this point.
Oh, no. It's backed up to Bush Boulevard.
It's back up
Yeah.
all the way past
and on I-4 westbound.
Oh,
back to
my
like 50th
God.
Street.
All right. So the mess is at 275 at Howard southbound. We can't see exactly what's going on because there's a fire truck. Looks like Tampa Fire. There's a fire truck that's from our camera angle that's blocking whatever's going on. But there's a giant mess. The exit ramp is closed at Howard, so you can't get off at Howard, and traffic is only moving in the far left lane. So 275 southbound, get all the way over to the left. You're only getting by in one lane, the far left lane. And just a mess here in the morning at 8:26. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Now, when I say the band Nickelback.
Shut up.
Don't even.
All right. So
I think they're an amazing band. And I'll tell you right now, Froggy, other friends give me nothing but crap. You want to see what the best concert?
You don't know about music? That music.
Are you crazy? Nickelback is awesome.
All right.
The best concert I've been to in the last 10 years was Nickelback 7 years ago at the Amp.
Why am I bringing So, Nickelback.
This guy's a storyteller.
I'm bringing up Nickelback for a reason, and obviously Nickelback is very polarizing here in
The sales meeting.
This is the best music we've played on Q105 in a while. But where's Rockstar? It's my favorite one of all of them.
the reason
Oh,
why
I hate Rockstar. That one I don't like.
In line, the clubs
I-
never
I-
get
I-
in. Like the
Fest-
bottom
Fest-
of the ninth, and I'm never going.
Fest-
Oh my God,
He knows all the
Fester,
I know all the words.
Fester, shut up.
All right, what would you like
I-
to say about my favorite
I-
band of all time?
Now, I knew this was going to happen because I knew that's why I said, hey, when I bring up the band Nickelback, we had two completely polar opposite reactions in the room. Fester loves Nickelback. Froggy thinks Nickelback is the worst thing ever to happen to music. The question is, why did Nickelback become like a punchline?
Oh, dude, I'll tell you exactly why.
Why did Nickelback become like a joke to a lot of people? Why does Nickelback get kicked around?
Because of haters, jealousy, and rock bitches.
Fester?
Yep, all these bands
now-
who think they slay, but they can't do anything. And Nickelback's on the radio,
Listen-
selling out stadiums.
Listen to
Selling out
why.
stadiums. Small stadiums, but yeah.
Listen to why I'm bringing this up. There's a new documentary out, and it's about Nickelback being a punchline, like Nickelback being disparaged. And listen, Nickelback has feelings too. Nickelback, this has hurt them. I want you to hear part of the story that I saw in the Post.
I actually recently saw a little mini documentary about this as well.
There is a huge documentary. Listen to this. There's a huge doc coming out.
You keep your mini doc. He has a huge doc.
Listen. I'm whipping out my big doc right now, okay?
Back
All
up,
right.
everybody.
Listen. Everyone comment, or every single comment, every comment was walking out the front door. Alt rock group Nickelback discussed how they dealt with nearly 2 decades of mockery in this tell-all documentary, Hate to Love Nickelback, which just premiered at the Toronto Film Festival this past weekend, according to Entertainment Weekly.
Which is only appropriate because they're the best thing to come out of Canada since poutine.
Poutine is
Can
disgusting.
you name the lead singer?
All right. Ryan Peake.
You can't even name the lead
Chad
singer.
Kroger, what, you create me crazy?
And who used to be his wife?
Who's the lead
one who
singer?
sang Skater Boy.
Who's the-
Avril Lavigne.
Okay, do you know how they got their name?
Who's the lead singer of Nickelback?
Chad Kroger?
Okay, so who's Ryan Peake?
I don't know.
All right, anyway,
I've never seen you so passionate about music, Fester.
Because we've never talked about the greatest band in the history of music.
now, but listen, this story is deep. Listen to this.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is
Can
going
I
to
get a-
bulldoze the
Listen to
building
this.
and then build a whole shrine
Dude,
to
can I
Nickelback.
get a freaking word in edgewise and tell the audience the story?
Don't you say anything crap about Nickelback.
Nobody picks up a guitar to be the most hated band in the world, said Ryan Peake, who is in Nickelback. It doesn't feel great. Peake's children also make a brief cameo, echoed their father's statement that everyone hated the band, so everyone hated us. The Nickelback, the band's kids got bullied.
Yeah.
That's Chad Kroger.
Why? It's awful. Why would people...
They have good production.
Haters.
Why would they be so cruel? There's a whole documentary about this now.
Because it's just the cheesiest, most formatted rock that is out there.
Bassist Mike Kroger, brother to frontman Chad Kroger, claimed the backlash to the Canadian band really sucked in the beginning, while noting the toll it took on his siblings' mental health. I mean, this
Oh, come on.
this affected them mentally.
Yeah, and then they realized that their super rich. And now they're like in on the joke. They're like, whatevs. I'm going to sing my song.
The film chronicles the band's rise to fame as well as several emotionally charged moments throughout their career, including the 2005 departure of their ex-drummer, blah, blah, blah. Also, Mike nearly had a fatal heart attack, and replacement drummer died. Anyway,
Michael.
But just a lot of turmoil. But a lot of this is that people just have this aversion, this hatred for Nickelback, and I don't understand it.
It's not, really, honestly, it's not terrible music.
Listen to this. One such event in the film comes when Adair revealed that Chad reportedly blew up his dressing room due to pushback the band received while on tour. Adair states that the outburst was due to several people shouting "bleep you" out of car windows as Chad walked by.
Oh my gosh.
Dude.
Later in the documentary, Mike hypothesizes that a lot of the hate rather toward the group comes from their seemingly shallow lyrics.
That's what I said.
Are you kidding me? In Rockstar, he worked in the word quesadilla. Look at this.
Yes, Roxanne. Roxanne, you can take the mask off
No,
now.
I cannot. Every time I take it off, then I'm
Smells like a
attacked.
spa in here now.
So,
Okay, they were great before every song became about drugs and strippers. How do you feel about that statement, Fester?
I am pro songs about drugs and strippers. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Nickelback or the Beatles?
So you want to know a Nickelback NBFF? The Nickelback fun fact.
NBFF, yes.
Mike Kroger, the brother of Chad,
Yeah,
used to work in a coffee shop, right?
Yeah.
And coffee was like 95 cents. So people would pay with $1,
Yeah.
and he would give them back a nickel.
That is not true.
This story's
That's the
boring
truth. He
and
worked in
dumb.
a, he worked in a coffee
not-
shop, and he
Oh,
would
so
say, "Here's your Nickelback. Here's your Nickelback. Here's your Nickelback." And we had to name a band.
That
name
is-
Nickelback.
that is
That's
not
it,
true.
Nickelback. I said, I got it.
God,
Give a Nickelback every
Here's
day.
your Nickelback. I heard you like your
Okay,
coffee
listen.
black.
Yes, Roxanne.
I have the best joke that's everyone's gonna love.
Let's find out.
What concert costs 45 cents?
50 Cent and Nickelback.
Yes.
Yes, we heard that.
All right, that's
Danielle, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Danielle.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
I have to say, Nickelback was my absolute favorite concert I've ever been to.
Atta girl. It was.
And I've seen Bon Jovi, I've seen Tom Petty, I've seen Lil Wayne.
Tom
I'm
Petty,
Nickelback
what?
was by far
This
the
is getting
best.
outrageous.
You're telling me that you thought that Nickelback was better than Tom Petty?
That is the most outrageous thing ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, I don't have a hatred for Nickelback at all.
Sounds like she's taunting you with the Tom Petty comment.
I mean, she saw Petty. That's
No,
amazing.
I love Tom Petty. But
Yeah.
being at a Nickelback show, I mean, I don't know if it was, I was in the pit, I got hit with his VIP, I got his signature across my chest, but it was like out of this world experience.
Danielle, how old are you, by the way?
I am 35, so I hit his concert as soon as I turned 21.
Wow. All right.
Now sign your
Where
chest.
there
Now-
was, no cell phones were allowed.
Now, Danielle, are you aware of this documentary that just debuted at the Toronto Film Festival?
No, but I will be watching it with my girlfriend, who also got her ass signed.
She,
Okay,
oh my
well,
God,
this
she
is-
got her butt signed.
Yeah,
You
she's
got-
like, well, if you're going to sign her tits, you might as well
Well, no,
sign
you,
my
you,
ass.
you can't say the T word.
okay.
All right.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Danielle, I would
morning.
love to have my boobs signed by Chad. So next time you go to a concert, hit me up. We'll go.
All right, sounds good.
All right, Danielle, thanks for listening.
You got it. Thanks.
Tell
Rolling
you what-
Stones or Nickelback?
Rolling Stones. No.
Pink Floyd or Nickelback?
Yeah.
Nickelback. AC/DC or Nickelback. Nickelback.
Oh.
Nirvana or Nickelback?
Nirvana. Guy couldn't even get out of his greenhouse. Nickelback.
Hold on. Dexy's Midnight Runners or Nickelback?
All right, so that's a competition right there. If Nickelback did
Wow.
a cover of "Come On, Eileen,"
Yeah.
whoa,
Incidentally, Andrew just told me that the Nickelback story for the name is true.
I'm
that
telling you.
Fester did not make that up,
dude.
because you're a
Even the story's cheesy and lame.
Fester, you're a quintessential BS artist.
Yes,
Okay,
You're very good at it.
I am. It's really amazing.
But-
Like how much I like Nickelback. But I do like the band. They are pretty great.
Let me get Billy Howard on from the Consumer Protection Law Firm.
Was he suing Nickelback?
No, he's suing Nickelback. Hang on a minute. I'm getting all kinds of I've just checked my texts, and everyone is sending me texts. Yeah, the Nickelback is true that he worked at a coffee shop. The coffee is 95 cents. So they gave him a Canadian dollar. You got a Nickelback. Oh, my God. Let me call Billy Howard. Billy Howard, the lawyer that sued Spectrum, class action lawsuit, for all of those Disney channels, including ESPN's, that all disappeared. Hang on. So Billy's expecting our call. So let's find out what he's doing now that the dispute has been settled and most of the Disney channels are back. And hang on, let me dial up Billy here. 813. All right, calling up Billy Howard. See if the class action lawsuit continues. See what he thinks of Nickelback.
I'm sure
Hey, welcome to the Disney Swag Studio. This is Billy.
Hey, Billy Howard, Consumer Protection Law Firm. Billy, welcome back to the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, thanks, MJ. Good to be here. Let's talk about how MJ and Billy saved football for America.
Okay, let's talk about it.
So, just a few minutes ago, we were all gathered around our TV waiting for the Gators to kick. And Spectrum pulled the old Lucy, yanking the ball away from Charlie Brown, and shut down all of everybody's football coverage. So we filed a lawsuit saying that you're not allowed to do that. Billy and MJ talk about it. And by the way, MJ, you call me Better Call Saul. I'd like you to call me Maui, kind of like you're welcome. Not that I'm the demigod of law, but I would just like to talk to you about maybe changing my name to Maui.
Right.
But
Nice Moana reference.
and I kind of look like The Rock. But anyway, look, you and I were out there talking about how Spectrum blamed Mickey Mouse, took away everybody's college football, and I cannot tell you how many people called and posted their comments about how upset they were. And guess what? Right before the NFL Monday Night Football game happened, Spectrum turned back on all of football. And then we went on social media and said, hey, it's not over yet because we need to get the money back for everybody that, had their service paid for and then all of a sudden couldn't watch football. And lo and behold, last night, Spectrum released a statement saying that they're going to refund everybody's money in the next 48 hours.
All right, so what is the amount? I mean, the Disney channels, including ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN News, ESPN Deportes, ESPNU, Disney Channel, National Geographic, FX, SEC, Longhorn Network, SEC Network, Baby TV, Junior TV, Disney XD, Freeform, FXM, FXX, Nat Geo Wild. So what is the amount? So it was dark for how many days was it actually off of Spectrum Cable?
So it looks like it was off for 12 days from August 31st until
last night,
yesterday.
Yep.
And that really is the question. MJ, you're a smart guy. How much money are they going to give everybody back? Because everybody pays different amounts, and it's kind of like this. Oh, I promise I'm going to do this or not do this, and then it happens, and then you go, whoops. So we're not sure that everybody's going to get their money back. But, like I said, the movie's not over, but it looks like it's headed for a happy ending. They said they're going to refund everybody's money, and everybody has different amounts that they've paid for their services.
All right, so, Billy, the question also, I have the list of what's staying in the new carriage deal that Spectrum Cable has with the Disney networks, but there are a number of channels that are going away, and that is Baby TV, Disney Junior, Disney XD, Freeform, FXM, FXX, Nat Geo Wild, and Nat Geo Mundo. So what do we know about the channels that are going away that are not part of the new carriage deal?
MJ, I'm busy doing a victory lap telling everybody how MJ and Billy saved college and NFL football.
Right.
not exactly sure of all those details,
Right.
but that will, and what? It looks like they added some also. So the deal looks like it's relatively complex, but when I was talking to their lawyers, it was clear that we wanted football back on.
Oh, clearly. All right, Billy, listen, hit us up. You've anything good, any wacky lawsuit, you know where to get a hold of me, buddy.
Hey, you know what? You're right, and thank you for calling, MJ. But here's a good one. You and I talked about class actions last time and about how someone got 16 cents.
Yeah. Well, we had a listener. We had a listener to the MJ Morning Show. She sent me a picture of her check in the Apple. Yeah, the Apple class action. She got a check in the Apple class action lawsuit for the iPhone issue. She got a check for 16 cents.
All right. Well, I wasn't that lawyer, but I am the lawyer on a new case we're going to file today against Mom's Meals. They let 1.2 million of their customers' data be stolen. We're going to file that case.
What's Mom's Meals? Is that like a meal prep company?
Yeah, it's like an Uber Eats deal, but it goes to Medicare and
so it's a delivery service.
It's a delivery service, but they put all their money into advertising a bunch of other
All
stuff.
right, so you're suing Mom's pants off?
Are you allowed to say that on the radio?
Suing Mom's pants off, yes.
Hey, we're gonna file a lawsuit, and we're gonna explain to Mom's Meals what cybersecurity is all about and how to protect their data, because they have everybody's.
Hey, listen, what about Tampa General Hospital? What about we have a whole bunch of data breaches lately.
Yeah, well, I'm on Tampa General Hospital's lawsuit, and Mom's Meals is the one I'm doing today. But let me tell you how you get away from the 16 cents, and that shouldn't ever happen anyway.
Yep.
But if you're first to the courthouse, then you get an incentive award. I can say, court, MJ called me. He got a letter from Mom's Meals, and I want you to give him an incentive award for bringing this lawsuit. And courts regularly give $5, $15, even up to $50,000 for a person to bring these lawsuits because they want to stop data breaches. And we're looking for clients right now that got letters from Mom's Meals. And I want you to follow this. I'm going to keep you in the loop. Now, I know you don't have Mom's Meals, but my guess is a few of your listeners do.
Okay. There was another data breach. I don't think I printed out the story. I thought I saw another data breach story just last night.
Was it a big national one or was it a local
No,
one?
I think it was another national one. I'll see if I can dig it up. Hey, Billy, I got to run, buddy, but let me know what's going on.
All right, brother. I love you. Let's go, MJ. Thank you for saving college football.
All right, Billy Howard, Consumer Protection Law Firm. Thank you, Billy. All right. Oh, Michelle just texted me before we take our break, and we're pretty much done now with an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ, but I'm going to go a little late. So bonus, extra, more than an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. Oh, Andrew's in my ear. What was that? 3 lanes? Okay. 3 lanes are now opened on 275 southbound at Howard. So you should have traffic starting to flow a little better with the awful traffic. Some kind of a traffic issue, some kind of an accident. We didn't see exactly what it was, but 275 southbound at Howard was all blocked up. Only 1 lane was getting by. Now it's 3 lanes, but still it's recommended that if you can, take a different route. So Roxanne, Michelle sent me a text.
Yes.
Did you go back to Roxanne's daughter not eating in the restaurant?
Oh, yeah.
So somehow we got sidetracked on that.
We got sidetracked because Froggy brought in a dead rat.
Right. That's what happened.
How we got sidetracked.
How? I'm glad Michelle did that because I've actually been busy responding to texters.
Okay.
Copy pasting the story what happened.
Let's go ahead and just reiterate what was discussed about, 40 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago. We were talking, how did it even come up?
Because we were talking about coworkers who stink.
Oh, yeah. And then Roxanne said that the family walked into a local restaurant.
Yes.
and your 3-year-old daughter said, "I'm not eating here. This place smells."
And it had, yes, she did.
That's hilarious.
Oh,
I mean, I was here. I was here when you did that.
no, you weren't. You were.
yeah.
I don't know what you were doing.
I was picking up a rat.
Froggy's here. Hey, if you haven't heard it, it's new to you. You haven't heard this yet.
Yeah, this is awesome.
So, what restaurant was it?
I'm not going to say.
Oh, geez.
I'm really not going to say. Okay, but she
is it a restaurant that I'd know of?
Yes, 100%. So she
Is it a chain?
I'm
or
not going to give you any more hints.
Oh, come on. Is it a chain or a one-off?
It's not a one-off.
It's a chain.
Mm-hmm. So she stood behind a pole and said, "I'm not eating here. It stinks." And she stood there. We were there with the whole family, my nieces, and she wouldn't come over to the table.
Do you concur that the place smelled?
It did.
What did it smell of?
Well, it just had that dirty mop smell.
Oh,
to
that's
it.
right.
That musty mop.
Yeah, the musty mop.
It's-
but
it's-
it was weird. It kind of had a blood smell too. Does that make sense?
okay.
Well, that would be an iron type
Iron,
smell.
iron.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right,
Now
so-
we know why she doesn't want to
now-
say that.
This place smells like blood, Mom.
but it's
wait a minute. Maybe it was a murder cleanup scene.
That's what I'm thinking. Did Tony Soprano whack somebody?
But
she was right, but it's a good restaurant. And what have I told you before? Kids have amazing senses of smell. They can smell stuff better than we can. It gradually gets worse. Your sense of smell decreases as you age. So she just stood there, and I'm like, Daviana.
Thank you. And dogs have 500,000 times the smell receptors of a human, or whatever that number is. All right. So you decided not. Did you guys walk out?
No, we didn't walk out.
So you stayed there?
Yes, I did.
So what did you do with you? Put your daughter in the trunk of the car? What did you do with the
No.
3-year-old?
No.
She refused to eat there.
No, she did. She said she wasn't going to eat anything, and I walked over to her, and I forget what I threatened. I either threatened or bribed her. I can't remember.
What
which.
type of food
Oh, I
is-
know what it was. I said I was going to take her little woodsy house away if she didn't come and sit at the table right now.
What the hell's a little woodsy house?
It's a little woods. You know, all the little woodsies, the toys, the woodsies. They're families of squirrels and bunnies, and
Okay, all right.
and they have a house.
So what kind of food does this restaurant serve?
Anything you want, but mac and cheese. All the kids ended up getting mac and cheese and really enjoying it.
Where was it located? Like in West Chase?
Listen, I'm not going to tell you the name of the restaurant.
Wow.
Okay.
But it smelled like that dirty
It did.
mop water bucket smell.
Well, they had
Yes.
a dirty mop.
Yes. And so this was like 5 nights ago that this happened. And so she finally sat down.
Or it's like that laundry smell when you leave a whole bunch of clothes in the washing machine.
Wet
and
laundry.
it's the wet, like the wet laundry smell.
Yes.
Mildewy.
And I think
Yeah.
it wasn't as offensive to me as much because it's kind of the smell you smell in a bar.
Ugh.
You know the bar
Yeah.
smell, the wet bar smell.
That sticky floor bar smell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
So-
why you should only go to bars where people are allowed to smoke cigarettes.
Covers it up.
All right,
But I
8:40.
finally got her I bribed her, and then I said, this is what I told her. You will not notice this smell anymore because our nose just gets used to the scent in the room.
8:49 at the MJ Morning Show. So Michelle, she wanted to know what the
Yes.
story was all about.
Thank you, Michelle.
So thanks for bringing it back up. So there we go. All right, 8:49. Let's take a quick break. This ends more than an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop. MJ, when we get back, got a Brady Bunch story. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I was excited about this. Also, we'll get back into the whole Aaron Rodgers debacle, Monday Night Football last night. What did we say? 3 minutes and 20 seconds
Yeah.
into his career with the Jets? All right, hang on a minute. He's done maybe for the season. We shall see. And our 9-10 must-hear story involves one of the richest people in the world. And I was appalled. This angered me. I was aggrieved. I mean, this really ticked me off, and it involves you'll know instantly who this is. Also, the latest on that manhunt out of Pennsylvania, and you're not going to believe who wants to get involved in the manhunt for that fugitive. Come on. This is already a clown show without this guy, all right? I'll explain all of that and a whole lot more. It's all next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Don't move. We're back in minutes.
MJ.
That motherfucker back there is not real.
Fester.
Not real.
Froggy.
Not real.
And Roxanne.
Not real.
This is the MJ Morning Show
I don't give two
on Q105.
Not real.
All right, 9:01 at the MJ Morning Show, and I will now dazzle you with a memory from our childhood because this is a pretty big real estate. Here's the story of the Brady Bunch house just for the exteriors.
Is that the original version?
Has sold for $3.2 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that 1970s.
Yeah.
Looking-
Which the inside of the house was not used for the TV show. That was all shot on a soundstage at Paramount or wherever the hell they did that. But the Brady Bunch house, was that in Studio City or something? Yeah, it's in Studio City, California, in the Valley. And this house has sold for $3.2 million. Compass real estate agent Danny Brown had the listing on behalf of HGTV, which have been trying to sell the place all throughout the summer. The North Hollywood property just closed, went for $3.2 million.
How far above market value is that?
The new title holder, wealthy home collector Tina Trahan, who's married to ex-HBO chief Chris Albrecht. It's a home box office deal indeed, because Trahan saved a fortune based on what the network was originally asked. They originally, HGTV, Home and Garden Television, they originally wanted $5.5 million. They bought it in 2018 for $3.5 million for the series of Very Brady renovation. Because you know what they did? They then turned the inside of the house to look like the actual TV show inside set. So that's what they did. They renovated the home inside to make it look just like the actual Brady house. Because it didn't. That house was only used for exteriors. You know. So, Brady Bunch update. Hey, also, a little update on Aaron Rodgers. You like that? Right on beat right there. You like that?
Yeah.
That's DJ work right there.
So your Achilles is your knee?
No, it's that little thing like right back here above your...
What Alex
the heel-
Trebek broke.
The heel of your foot on the backside of your ankle.
Achilles heel.
Achilles tendon?
Yes, Achilles tendon.
I know the mythological Greek story.
And the mythological basis for that.
Yes.
I don't know it. What is it?
You don't know about the
Achilles?
The shot to the Achilles?
Sounds vaguely familiar.
Oh,
Refresh my
I'm
memory.
not going into mythology
so
here.
So it all started. I'll tell her the whole story. Mike, give me 30 minutes.
No, you're not getting 30 minutes.
Achilles was a very strong warrior in the Trojan Wars, and they were able
the only way to
stop
kill him was shoot him in his Achilles.
In the Achilles. So the shot to the... All right, so...
they were good aim.
Aaron Rodgers could be done.
This has been hot Greek mythology talk on the MJ Morning.
I wonder if he's back. I wonder if this just ends his career now.
So a lot of guys come back from an Achilles tendon. It's about a year recovery, though.
Oh, my gosh.
And you know who jumped off of the Skyway last night is our buddy Cigar Dave, because
What?
he's the
Well, he didn't
no, he
literally.
didn't literally jump, but the Bills lost, and our buddy Cigar Dave is
The biggest Bills fan I've ever met in my life.
insane. I mean,
Not long ashes tonight, General.
I'll tell you what.
You know what,
Maniacal,
Cigar Dave?
yeah.
I'm glad they lost.
It would be easy to find Dave if he did jump off the Skyway because of the smoke trail.
Broadcasting from
Follow it down. All right, now, before I get to the big 9:10 story of the day, and this really bothered me. So the 9:10 must-hear story is coming up in just a matter of moments. So, folks, I ask a couple of things. Make sure you listen every morning for the 9:10 big story of the day, and also tell 3 people that you listen to the MJ Morning Show, and you never know what the heck is going to happen. Roxanne, did you just send me an email about a new listener?
Yes, I did. I sent you a very nice email.
Yeah, hang on. Let me share this with you.
Or text message.
This
actually.
is
Came
a
from
text
line.
message. Let me share this here quickly. So text message comes in. Good morning, MJ Morning Team. I just want to let you guys know I love the show. I just moved to Florida from out of state 5 months ago and was scrolling through the local radio stations, and I got hooked on your show. I love the topics that you guys do. You're freaking funny. Keep up the great work. Tammy from Ohio.
Whoa.
Whoa, wow. Thank you, Tammy.
Tammy, thank you for, first of all, leaving the horrific state of Ohio and coming down to Florida and finding the MJ Morning Show. We highly appreciate that. So
We dedicate all that to MJ because he's the funny, he does all the heavy lifting. So she's really shouting out you, not really the team. Who cares about us?
What are you saying?
I'm just saying.
Why are you mocking me?
You're the leader of this machine.
You're mocking me.
I mean, the Seinfeld, Kramer, and the Elaine show wouldn't have been a hit.
You're mocking me. All right. So
George Kramer.
Yeah.
See, somebody asked me to describe the show. And I said it's like Seinfeld. MJ's Seinfeld. I'm George. Froggy's Kramer. Roxanne's Elaine.
No, you're Newman, dude.
I'm not new. I'm both.
Bad boys, what you gonna do?
the prisoner escape up in Pennsylvania, that thing is a debacle. I mean, it's already a sideshow. It's a circus. It's a big, giant clown convention.
Is this the knock your socks off 910 story right now?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's the next
It's
story.
908.
Okay.
That's the next item.
Okay.
Because I said it was about one of the richest guys in the
Oh,
world.
that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Pay attention to the show. All right. So
Sometimes.
this whole Danilo Cavalcante, this Brazilian murderer serving life in a Pennsylvania prison. So it all starts because the prison guard wasn't paying attention. But even before that, they have a flaw in the prison where you can crab walk up this vestibule area and get on the roof and then escape the damn prison. And apparently this happened back in May, and they didn't fix the problem once they had this problem back in May. So this guy escapes. All right, so that's clown debacle number one. And then the search. I mean, how can you not find this guy? It's like, it's insane. You know, they call Pennsylvania's the Keystone State. Yeah, it's very fitting. It's the Keystone Cops.
Yeah, for real.
State.
Walking in fast motion.
Is what's going on here. But do we need, here we go. Are you ready for this? Dog the Bounty Hunter says he wants to join the search.
Dude, that guy's still alive?
All right, come on.
How old is he?
How could he hurt anything? Bring it on, dog. What
He
if
can't
dog
chase anybody.
What if dog found him? That would be amazing.
I used to like his show a lot.
All right, come on. The guy's a TV sideshow. I mean, come on.
He was a bounty hunter for years before he was on TV. How could you even claim that?
And he kind of came back from cancellation. Remember, he got canceled. Didn't he use
Oh my God, he was the worst.
He used like the N-word in a like an answering machine message or something.
Yeah,
or
I think his daughter was in
voicemail.
a relationship.
Remember he
with
came into
somebody.
the show a few years ago? It was really
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. No, he was. But come on. I don't think we need Dog the Bounty Hunter bringing reality television sideshow antics to an already, massive search for this escaped killer. And then you saw what's going on. Now they think he's armed. Now they think he's got a .22 caliber rifle.
Oh, God.
So here's what happened. So apparently he broke into a home last night and was shot at 7 times by a homeowner after stealing a rifle. First of all, to the homeowner in Pennsylvania that shot at him 7 times and didn't take him out,
Go to the range a little more often.
you suck.
Yeah,
all right?
seriously.
Let's just be quite honest here.
Part
What-
of
what
gun
you-
ownership is knowing how to use it.
Tell you what,
Jeez.
why don't you come on down here And why don't you? I'll take you over to Shooter's World and
Yeah, right.
let's work on your freaking target practice, man. You've got a rifle, you've got a gun for home protection. You shoot at him 7 times and you miss him. Come on!
It's like the scene from Pulp Fiction.
You know
the divine intervention.
Oh, that's right.
He shot around me 7 times.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
I'm here for a reason.
I got to be honest. I want to find out who this homeowner in Pennsylvania is, and I want to drive up there and I want to ridicule him. Okay. So now it is believed state police in Pennsylvania are now warning this Danilo Cavalcante may now be armed after he reportedly ran off with a .22 caliber rifle, which he took from the home where the homeowner was shooting at him and missed him 7 times.
Wouldn't carrying a .22 rifle only make you more obvious? Wouldn't you be hoping for a handgun?
Oh, this guy's a menace.
This is not. I mean, come on. How could they not catch this guy? And of course, then he's also heard he's going to former coworkers' homes to try to get help. Yeah, like they're going to help this fugitive, biggest manhunt in America right now. Oh yeah, why don't you hide under my floorboards like Anne Frank and the Family or something, or
So this Dog the Bounty Hunter guy, I support him because he has given authorities 2 weeks. 2 weeks to find it. He held off for 2 weeks. You can't find him in 2 weeks. Bring out the show.
All right, so warning Pennsylvania authorities, you better find this guy or the clown level is going to 11. All right.
Seriously.
As his Dog the Bounty Hunter is threatening to join the search.
If you're the chief of Pennsylvania State Patrol, you get, guys, we have like 48 more hours before this becomes.
Does he still have feathers in his hair and everything?
I think he has like a dead turkey just strapped to his head.
Oh my God, what a mess. Are you ready for the 9-10 must-hear story?
Yes.
This angered me. This ticked me off. This is just disrespectful. Oh, and there's an Elon Musk. This has nothing to do with Elon Musk. This is one of the richest guys in the world, and this story just angered me.
Is he a household name rich guy?
Yep. All right, here we go. I just said it's not Elon Musk. So why don't we go around the horn and give me other incredibly rich, multi-billionaire, among the richest guys in the world. Roxanne, guess.
Jeff Bezos.
Oh,
I don't know if that was right or wrong.
Hang on. Whenever I go to the page with bad boys,
you have to flip the page.
I got to flip the page back to get the. No, that's incorrect. It is not Jeff Bezos. But although, did you see the latest picture of him arriving? Where did he go? He went somewhere. He arrives with that girlfriend of his, and they're all dressed in black, and it's almost like they become a cliche, you know?
Good for you. $1 billion cliche, a $100 billion cliche.
All right, so
it's not Bezos.
No, all right, Fester. What is your guess?
The Virgin Atlantic guy?
No, that would be Richard Branson.
Yeah, Branson.
Nope, not Richard Branson. Froggy, would you like to guess? Come on, guys.
George Soros.
Oh, George Soros.
Okay, a real guess. I have a real one. Zuckerberg.
No.
What the hell?
You said a household name billionaire.
Household name billionaire, one of the richest guys in the world, has done something that really ticked me off. Roxanne.
What are the Walton families?
Back around to you. No, it's Roxanne's turn.
I've run out of rich people.
Yeah.
Well, Jimmy Buffett died with a lot of money, didn't he?
It's not Jimmy Buffett.
This is starting to deteriorate.
Oh, come on.
I've run out of rich guys. I just know like that top tier.
How about Jaleel
Warren
White?
Buffett?
How about that pompous Michael Jordan?
No, all right.
He's a billionaire, right?
No,
Right,
all right, guys. One of the richest guys in the world.
In the world. The Sultan of Brunei.
Hang on.
MBS.
Listen, I'm gonna give you a mouth clue.
What does that mean?
Bum 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 bum.
Okay, I'm so confused. Richest guy in the world. Bum, 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 bum.
So, was that like a musical stutter?
Bum 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 bum.
Oh, and it's something to do with NBC.
Guys, that's the Windows noise. It's Bill freaking Gates. I'm doing the Windows noise.
Oh,
forgot about that.
I'm not going. I'm going.
I can't believe we guessed dead Jimmy Buffett before Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
Stop saying it like that.
All right, so here's the must-hear story. Bill Gates.
It's all factual.
Bill Gates booked an entire Michelin-starred restaurant for 2 days and just sipped on a Diet Coke.
What?
Left without tasting one bite of the $313 per person meal, says the chef, who then said that Bill Gates is so rich and that people with money value things less. And I thought this was important. And that is true.
Very true.
It's all, people that are so rich, they don't put a value. They don't appreciate certain things. They're so freaking jaded.
You're right.
I mean, this ticked me off.
I can see that, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see you're
Take
quite
a moment
pissed.
to pause on this. This is a
I mean, this just angered me.
fraction. I hear you.
So the chef said, quote, and this was a special event. The event happened at this Michelin-starred restaurant, and the renowned Spanish Michelin-starred chef Jordi Cruz recently reminisced about an unusual encounter with Gates. The billionaire co-founder of Microsoft made an unexpected visit to ABAC, Cruz's award-winning restaurant in Barcelona, leaving everyone perplexed. Anyway, some time ago, Bill Gates came to the restaurant. Everyone came with him, 25 bodyguards, huge entourage. Bill booked out the whole restaurant just for him for 2 days. We had prepared the best and biggest for him and his team. And you know what? You know what Bill did? He ordered a Diet Coke and went back to his plane. He did not eat one bite at this restaurant.
Yeah, because Bill Gates wants everybody to eat crickets, doesn't he? And they probably didn't serve crickets at the restaurant.
The restaurant's $313 a person tasting menu featured extravagant dishes like whipped hazelnut butter with bread crust and caviar, flame-roasted guinea fowl with corn, foie gras.
Dude, I'll eat a guinea pig all day.
Sesame and black mole sauce, along with dessert offering called a globe of lollipops with strawberry kakigori.
I think I agree with Bill on this
Sounds
one.
like keki.
This sounds fantastic.
Feels like-
I would love to try this. But anyway,
What?
listen.
Feels
So
like I'm not going to eat your roasted guinea pig.
You're in a little mole? You're going to eat a little mole?
the Michelin-starred chef in this Barcelona, Spain restaurant says, quote, there are people who have money. They're a bit tired of everything. They value things less. And
That's pretty
just
profound.
That's
Yeah.
rude. I mean, I'm sorry.
All right.
Yeah, a Diet Coke, that's it? Come on.
Yeah, you're just saying, like, I don't even care about life's pleasures because I can buy any pleasure I want to.
You know, there is something I think that should be called too rich to care. You know?
Yeah.
You know, you can be too rich. I'm sorry.
Ain't too rich to care? Like, ain't too proud to beg?
Yeah, there you go.
Just like that. Same beat.
Listen, you're a capitalist, right?
Yeah, I mean, the guy made his money. He do what he wants.
I don't understand.
And
I
then-
don't understand this.
Speaking of billionaires, Elon Musk.
Ooh, yeah. I love it when I'm brought up in conversation.
Well, I don't think you're going to like this much.
Oh, no.
According to Elon Musk's biographer, Elon Musk is prone to demon-like outbursts,
That's right. I'll bite your head off just like demon.
and he can hardly remember his demon-like outbursts after they happen.
What are we talking about again?
Walter Isaacson, who followed Elon Musk around for 3 years for this, what they're describing as a bombshell biography set to be released today, described Elon Musk as having, quote, multiple personalities. Yeah, he did an interview yesterday on MSNBC, and he said that the new book paints 2, 3, 4 types of Elon. You know, that's a great question because he has so many personalities, almost like multiple personalities.
That's right.
And a bit like his father, whom he doesn't speak to now, but his father is a Jekyll and Hyde and sometimes goes very dark.
It's like this. I go to my coworker. I say, hello, coworker. How are those new things you've been working on with the settings, and have you been measuring and whatnot?
Yes, sir. The sprockets are doing
Don't you ever call me sir, ever.
I'm sorry.
You're fired. Get him out of here.
So Elon can go from very giddy or being in engineering mode where he can figure out the valve of a Raptor engine.
That's right.
And suddenly the clouds come. So he has demon-like outbursts and he has multiple personalities. Listen, I've always thought that the guy, has a couple of screws loose. Now, I'm not taking away from the fact that I think he's the richest guy in the world now again, but I think the guy has mental issues. That's my opinion. I think that Elon Musk has
you think
problems.
You think I have mental issues, do you?
Yes, that's my opinion, yes.
All right. Well, you know what I have in my pockets right here?
What's that?
It's a knife. Now I stab you with it. Come here.
No.
All right, stop, Elon. Get away from me.
Back up, Elon.
But you want to hear something? And apparently he has no filter whatsoever. So
Why would you have a filter when you have that much money?
Well, listen to this. So his partner, Grimes? This.
His partner.
Yeah.
His
The
woman.
Not business partners.
Right. No,
His
like
woman.
He's in a relationship. They have a child together.
Yeah, this Grimes. Apparently, Elon Musk was so clueless about do's and don'ts. He sent out a photo of Grimes having a C-section, delivering one of their babies.
So what? It was a beautiful moment.
Sent the picture all over the place to people. Look at the C-section.
Ew.
That he's clueless.
Yeah, that's pretty clueless.
They just had a baby, right?
Yeah, well, I
But
think
he's talked about that. Like, didn't he make a lot of jokes about that when he went on SNL, that he has some gaps in his awareness based on him being so incredibly smart?
I don't know.
I think he's a little loose screw, but
I think
works well for him.
Yeah, I'm not an Elon Musk fan at all. I'll never buy anything that he makes or builds or whatever.
Well, screw you.
All right, thank you, Elon. All right, 9:23 at the MJ Morning Show. All right, final chunk of the MJ broadcast is next. Now, I have a series of airport incidents that these have just piled up over the last couple of days. You've got to hear what's going on, man. Hey, it's just plain crazy. Sounded like Hal Herman over here.
Hey, you're stealing my gig.
Yeah, you're stealing your act. All right, hold on. Final chunk of the MJ Morning Show is next. Here on Q105, stand by. right, 9:30 at the MJ Morning Show and the final chunk of the broadcast here on a Tuesday. Thanks for hanging in. We appreciate you listening. I mentioned on a whole bunch of like airport stories we'll get to. Just a whole bunch over the last couple of days for whatever reason. First of all, I want to play a little clip from a movie, and I think you'll know what this sound is.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah, you know what that is, right, guys?
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Get off my lawn.
Well, we had a real get off my lawn situation down in Fort Myers.
Yeah, it was Clint Eastwood in El Camino.
It was, yeah, exactly.
Get off my lawn.
We saw how that worked out for him.
Yeah, Lee County Sheriff's Office arrested a guy, came outside, pointed a gun at two construction workers because he thought they were going to ruin his lawn.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah, that's not going to end well for you if you come out and point the gun at two construction workers in the neighborhood because you think that they're doing some utility work that could screw up your lawn.
I would just like to point out that I said the movie El Camino was a joke that nobody caught. It's actually Gran Torino.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I like the way you look like an ass.
Well, I tried to make a joke so MJ would say, "Oh, it's not El Camino, you idiot.
It's
El Dorado.
It's El Dorado.
Get off my lawn.
Gran Torino.
Yeah, so two construction workers were leaving for the night. They attached their trailer to the truck. They said the guy walked out of the home, pointed a gun at him because they were afraid they were going to ruin his grass. Yeah, Timothy DeMar, 62, told deputies that he would shoot the construction workers if they ruined his grass. Wow. The hell?
Stay off my lawn, man. He's right.
That's exactly it. Stay off my lawn. All right. Moving along. I don't know what it is, just a whole bunch of airplane stories lately. There is a claim that there was a camera in an American Airlines bathroom on an American Airlines jet. And federal investigators are looking into this potential criminal act. Federal authorities and the Massachusetts State Police are investigating this potential criminal act on board an American Airlines flight from Charlotte, North Carolina to Boston over the weekend. Authorities didn't provide details about what may have occurred, but local news station Boston 25 reported that it concerned the passenger, alleging there was a camera hidden in the plane's bathroom. This is what's weird. A trooper with the police unit that responded told another TV station down in Charlotte, North Carolina, WSOC-TV, that it involved a juvenile, a phone, and a flight attendant. A passenger told Boston 25 that a male flight attendant had stopped a teenage girl from entering the bathroom, saying that he needed to wash his hands. She used the bathroom after him. The girl's mother was then seen stopping other passengers from using the bathroom and warning there was a hidden camera inside. It sounds like the flight attendant wanted to capture the teenage girl in the bathroom, so told her, wait, don't go in, I have to wash my... And then hit a camera to... That is...
That's creepy as all
Oh,
get
my
out.
God. But here's the deal. The flight attendant was escorted off the plane by police in Boston. And incidentally, in Boston, the Massachusetts State Police, they are the airport law enforcement. So there's an actual Massachusetts State Police barracks right at the airport in Boston, at Boston Logan. And you see troopers with their shiny boots running around. That's who you see doing police work at the Boston airport is Massachusetts State Police. So the flight attendant was escorted off the flight, apparently. When the Airbus A321 landed, passengers said police and airline staff checked the bathroom, and then the flight attendant was taken off the plane. Yeah, the state police said in a statement that its officers met the plane upon landing, initiated an investigation. It added that crimes that occurred during the flight were the responsibility of federal authorities, which asserted their jurisdiction over the incident. So they're describing it as a very, very serious incident.
Absolutely. It's serious.
And American Airlines is saying that they're taking the situation very seriously as well. So we'll see what actually develops there. Then, what the heck? 9/11 anniversary was yesterday, and we have a story a couple of days earlier, September 8th. A United Airlines flight was recently disrupted because a passenger tried to enter the cockpit. Plane was still on the ground, had pushed back from the gate, was preparing to depart, and you can't break into the cockpit at any time, folks. On September 8th, United Airlines domestic flight was disrupted. A passenger tried to break into the Boeing 737 aircraft cockpit as it was trying to depart Chicago O'Hare for a flight to Los Angeles. It was United Airlines Flight 1641. And a passenger tried to push down the cockpit door and then tried to open up the emergency exits.
Jeez.
What is going on? The 737 went back to the gate, and then law enforcement came on the plane and detained this passenger. So tried to bust into the cockpit and then tried to open the emergency doors.
I felt like I was about to do that yesterday.
Well,
Not really.
Yeah, Froggy was all delayed. So,
but at least you were delayed in the airport. You weren't delayed on the plane.
Oh, we were
right?
on the plane forever.
So Froggy, now you left Indianapolis on time, right?
Yes.
So
Perfect.
Indianapolis to Atlanta was perfect.
Yes.
But then your flight from Atlanta back to Tampa was delayed.
It was hell on earth.
How late were you? What time were you supposed to arrive yesterday?
My flight was supposed to be at 6:10, and I got home at 11:35, 11:40.
So you were supposed to arrive.
I was delayed like 3.5 hours.
Right. So you were supposed to. So your flight was 6. You're supposed to be home by like 7:30.
Yeah, 7:15, 7:30.
Yeah, and then you didn't get home until what? 4 hours later.
Yeah. It's awesome.
And it was because Froggy's flight that he was supposed to get on, that was coming from LaGuardia, and they had terrible weather up in New York last night and late yesterday afternoon, and there was a big ground stop at LaGuardia. So you were on Southwest, so you're in Atlanta, and you need the flight from LaGuardia to Atlanta to arrive because that's the airplane that was flying from Atlanta down to Tampa. And that got all kermungled because of the weather. It was, listen, nothing you can do about the weather and ground stops, buddy. It's not, Southwest fault.
It's funny because Southwest sends out text every time it gets delayed.
Yep.
And it was like every 10 minutes when you would see everybody around go, "Go, damn it," at the same time get all pissed. I got like 8 of those texts. Flight delayed, flight delayed, flight delayed.
Flight delayed, flight delayed, flight delayed. Or was it like, you're now free to smash your cell phone against the wall?
That's
Because
like
we
the
just
guy
sent you
next to me.
we sent you another text message.
That's like the guy next to me. He goes, man, I feel like I'm being held hostage.
Are you serious?
Yeah. He was losing it.
What, you've never had a delayed flight because of weather?
I have, of course, but I wanted to get home.
Did they communicate well at the gate?
Yes, it was good service. There were a lovely lady at the gate.
I mean, listen, were people taking it out on her? She can't help it that the flight was delayed leaving LaGuardia because of weather.
Yeah.
I went up to her and I go, listen, I have to get home tomorrow. I have a horrific accident that happened in my family, and I need to be there.
You did not.
I did.
Are
And
you
it was a lie.
Dude, that'll jinx you, man.
No, don't say that.
Don't
That's what you did.
Don't say that. Don't tell someone you got to get home.
I said like my grandfather died or something.
What,
and it
he-
was a bad
He
accident.
fell face first into the garbage disposal or something.
I said it was a train accident.
Train accident.
No, but they were very, very. Southwest is very good.
You should have said he doesn't like to fly, so he insists on taking Amtrak, and then the train derailed.
Oh, Grandpa.
Should have flown Southwest.
Grandpa.
All right, listen to this.
Yes.
I told you, I've got this whole variety of airplane, airport-related stories. Do you know what's going on at Delta Sky Clubs?
No.
People apparently are dumping the buffet items into their carry-on bags.
Duh.
Oh, that's smart.
Oh, man. I'll tell you what. We were recently at the new Delta Sky Lounge at LaGuardia in New York. That is nice. And I'll tell you, I had, other than in Doha, when we flew, what airline did we fly? We flew,
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. It's okay.
Botswana.
It's not pertinent.
No, we flew. Let's see, hang on.
And
Okay,
airline.
It's gonna drive. It's gonna drive me nuts. Not Emirates.
We
We
got 5 minutes left, so go ahead.
Yeah,
Pick
just
it up.
find it.
Is it Aer Lingus?
No, Qatar. Thank you.
Qatar.
We flew Qatar Airlines, Qatar Airways, and that club in Doha, Qatar. As Julie and I were on our, Julian and I went scuba diving in the Maldives, and we had to fly from the U.S. to Doha, then Doha to Maldives, and that club in Doha, Qatar, that airport is the nicest airport I've ever seen in my life. That was the nicest club. But Delta stepped up the game. And I don't know if it's every Sky Club. You know, like the Tampa Sky Club was okay. We were there recently. But the LaGuardia Delta Sky Club, it's all brand new. It's a beautiful space. And the food is great. But I guess the food is so good now in some place, people are just going to the buffet and dumping food into like bags in their carry-on.
Yeah.
So they got a big So there are no to-go containers. They don't want people to. You're supposed to consume the food there. They don't want you taking the food with you, but people are doing this. People are they're taking like fistfuls of food and putting it into their carry-on bags.
It's awesome.
Oh, man. So that's a little bit of an issue. All right, what else? Oh, I usually don't do foreign stories, but this kind of caught my attention. A couple was on a 13-hour flight. They're demanding a refund because they sat next to a smelly dog that was permitted on the flight. The dog drooled all over their legs during the flight and kept passing gas.
I mean, that's just rough.
Dog gas during the entire 13-hour flight.
What kind of dog was it?
Oh, it doesn't say. Yeah.
Because, I used to have a boss terrier. She was a big farter.
Gil and Warren Press were headed back to New Zealand from Paris. And there was a dog with the passengers seated next to them.
That's a long flight.
And 13 hours.
Oh.
13-hour flight, and the dog is drooling on their legs the whole flight and farting the entire flight.
Awesome. That's funny.
Man. Who did it? Oh, the dog did it. No, really, the dog really did it. Unbelievable. I think that's about it. Oh, speaking of dogs, a dog got lost. Two more stories, actually. So, a dog went missing at the Atlanta airport and was found safe after 3 weeks. This is insane.
Wow.
Nearly a month. The owner of the dog was heartbroken, The dog was being transported and got out of its cage and was finally found at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport on Saturday. 6-year-old dog belonging to Paula Rodriguez. Maya, the name of the dog, was lost in August in Atlanta, and an airport operations team found Maya hiding near the North Cargo facilities. Tired, hungry, but in decent health. Took the dog to a vet, and the dog's going to be reunited with the owner. Is that unbelievable? This woman probably thought her dog is lost forever. Found after 3 weeks after it got out of the cage and escaped on the ramp at Atlanta.
That's a hell of a layover.
And then there was one other story, and this was on Alaska Airlines. Sputnik, a Shiba Inu. What was that, like a...
That's a cryptocurrency coin.
But the dog, it's like sort of like a wolf dog, right? It's
Yeah, they like pull sleds, don't they?
Yeah, it's like a husky kind of dog, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dog chewed through the cage and was just wandering underneath in the cargo hold during the entire flight. So when the baggage guys open up the cargo door, dog's just sitting there wagging its tail, going.
That's right.
How cute.
Resilient, just like the crypto coin.
Yeah. All right, we got to roll, folks.
Yeah, I just want to say, last day with the three of us together
Yeah.
for about a week or so, 10 days.
That sounds good to me. All right, 9:44, folks. We got to roll. Folks, we'll see you back here tomorrow. MJ Morning Show on Q105, and let's be careful out there.